All right, sounds good. So we return to Curse of Strahd Daybreak. We got two peeps that are running a little late this morning, but we're gonna go ahead and get started. Let's see. All right, today's Factspiration question, which will get you a D6 Bardic Inspiration that lasts the entire session or until it is used, is... let me post it in the chat. Clear this. There we go. Is there anyone you're jealous of? If so, why? Okay. I mean, your characters obviously are quite dynamic. There could be a lot of different answers for this. But think about that. If anybody would like to give me a recap for a point of DM inspiration about what happened last week, throw a d20 into chat so I know you're interested in such a task. If no one is interested, then I will do it myself, and I will allocate the inspiration die to an NPC in need. So I can think of a lot of NPCs that could definitely use some inspiration. So going once, going twice, and sold to Team NPC. Ooh, that's exciting. All right. So last time on Curse of Strahd Daybreak, you guys finished your travel, leaving from the bridge south of Barovia Village and winding your way along towards Sarapool's camp. About an hour or so before reaching the camp, a glint of metal or shinies was spotted off the road. The party stopped to use the restroom. It was found out that Tiernan liked to spy on girls while they go pee, and also hey, I'm doing the recap. Also, they discovered a hidden cache of weapons and clothing. While looking at the hidden cache, the raven that keeps following them around seemed to be warning them off from taking the cache, or maybe just squawking at them a lot. Either way, they decided to leave the goods there, head back, and continue to the Vistani camp. At the Vistani camp, the party had their only happy session ever, and rolled on all sorts of fun tables for carousal, and made friends and allies. They got their fortunes told. Something we left out on stream is that their fated ally, who is represented by the Beast, the second line of that reading mentions that that person's a fucking werewolf. A lady werewolf, no less. So that is definitely something I forgot. I was very nervous doing the reading. I knew I was going to screw something up. But that came up as well. They did some trading using their coveted blue jeans to acquire more equipment. And then taking a shortcut along the river, they made their way further north, crossing over the Sare Falls. And eventually, the sky opened up, rain began to pour down, and great torrents, a veritable monsoon of rain. They stopped for a couple of hours hoping it would pass, but it did not, and then decided to trudge on anyways at half speed through the rain. Eventually, they came to a crossroads of sorts. The signs labeled south, Castle Ravenloft and Barovia Valley, north, Vallaki, but the road to the west was left unlabeled. Curious. The party headed down that road until through the rain and the fog, they noticed a lovely windmill off in the distance. And so we ended with them looking at the windmill, their friendly blue-tipped raven landing in a nearby tree and squawking at them, and them deciding, hey, maybe we should go. There's a little cozy fire burning. We'll go check it out. And that's what happened last time on Curse of Strahd Daybreak. All right. So I think I know exactly who needs that inspiration. All right, cool. So, would anybody like to answer the Factspiration question before we get started?
Hell yeah.
Okay, throw it out there. Give me a D20 if you're interested. Ooh, Anna coming in strong. Anybody else gonna try to beat that? Going once, going twice. Ed sold to Anna for 18. What is your answer?
Bit of a longer answer than probably expected, but here we go. She is jealous of Tiernan because he reminds her of Jack but Jack is not here, and he is instead.
Oh, damn.
She is jealous of Reed because he's prettier than she is.
Oh, damn.
She is jealous of Eric because he is smarter than she is.
Mm-hmm.
She is jealous of Darius because he's stronger than she is.
Okay.
She was jealous of Irina, but not anymore.
Oh, okay.
She's jealous of Mackenzie because she knows how to use guns and Anna does not.
Mm.
And she's not really jealous of anyone else here. So
Oh,
there you go.
okay. Just a couple of people.
Just a
All
couple.
right. You may ask the same question of any NPC you've met previously in the campaign.
Irina.
Irina. All right. Who's Irina jealous of? Irina is jealous of Ismark because he is a man and he is strong and he is stoic and reticent and doesn't constantly embarrass himself by putting his foot in his mouth. He never knew his mother, but he at least knew his father, his biological father. She, as an orphan, has no idea who her actual parents are. And just the setting is pretty liberal for a Transylvanian peasant time period. It's pretty non-sexist, but there are still very defined sort of like gender roles and expectations. As the elder and as the blood child and as the sole male heir, Eastmark is the natural fit to take over as burgomaster. Irina often feels like she's just a pretty face, no matter how hard she tries or what she tries to do. While Ismark feels like he's living in the shadow of his father and dead mother, she feels like she will always be in the shadow of Ismark. So she's very jealous about that. All right. So with all of that settled, we resume the campaign. So let me change out the music for you, and we'll get going. All right. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Well, wait. I shouldn't play any spooky music because you're not in a spooky place. Hold on. Here, we'll play some nice Westfall music because it's like a farming situation. That's nice. Here we go. All right. So yeah, play resumes. Check it out. I figured out how to put the animations on our main page. Very exciting.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love how
And
it's not spooky.
oh, this music? Oh yeah, this is nice. Oh no, that's lovely. Look at that lovely windmill. All right, so you guys, it's up to you. The rain is pounding down. What do you do?
Does Anna know this to be the bakery?
No, this bakery would not have existed when you were alive. This is give me a history check. I don't know if a maid would really know much about the holdings of the family and where things would be located. Yeah, you know that the Durst family owns land and had like serfs essentially in this area, but you never actually like checked them out yourself.
She's not the
yeah.
maid, she's the father's mistress.
Propriety, sir. Propriety. So yeah, you would not know if this is the bakery or not. With the heavy rain, it's hard to tell. I guess I shouldn't have given you guys this cool bumper sticker. I was over eager. So just pretend this bumper sticker doesn't exist. All right. So yeah, the question is, what do you guys do now?
We should go in and get out of the rain.
Yeah, it's clearly inhabited and seems probably warmer than this. Certainly drier. I mean, we have to stop for the night, right, Ismark?
No, we do need to stop soon. Yes. I mean, we could put 2 more hours in, try to go further along the road, or we could head to the building.
Vallaki is still a day away.
Yes.
We should try here.
All right. So as you approach, soaked with rain, the ruffled feathers of this blue wing-tipped raven, they kind of land in a nearby tree, and they caw at you to sort of warn you off as they kind of wave their arms. Not their arms, their wings. They kind of fan their wings, sending water everywhere. And they fly at you, kind of not aggressively, but like fly at you, stopping and beating their wings back, rain pounding down. They land in the mud. They hop in like a little circle, and then they fly back down the road towards the crossroads and disappear.
That's very interesting.
Well, unless that raven has a magic tent, I'm pretty sure we're going to have to press on.
Okay. Then you guys continue and approach the windmill. All right. Let me see what I got for you. Ooh, here's a lovely view of the windmill as you get closer. Here we go. Okay. So the old Salvage Road transitions here from being a winding path through the Vallaki Mountains into a lazy trail that hugs the mountainside as it descends into a fog-filled valley. Oh, that's if you're coming from a different direction, I think. All right. The onion-domed edifice leans forward and to one side as though it's trying to turn away from the stormy gray sky. You see that gray brick walls and dirt-covered windows are on the upper floors. A decrepit wooden platform encircles the windmill above a flimsy doorway leading to the building's interior. Perched all about the windmill are carrion birds. Not so much ravens, but crows and vultures. Let's see. And yeah. There are some adorable pigs. They look sad because it's raining. And then off in the distance, you do see a little Stonehenge situation happening over there. It looks like it would be a bit of a hike to get over to those stones. But yes, there are stones over there as well. They have a very monolithic feel, as if they were deliberately placed there in ancient times. Anna, you know that the people who lived here before, let's see. Yes, so you know that the native tribes of the region, they very much worshipped the land and the spirits of the land. And the Kavani, as they are known, built a lot of these sacred sites throughout Barovia, and no one's sure exactly what they were for, other than, you know, pagan rituals and worship and things like that.
Can you throw that name in chat?
Yeah, the Kavani, sure.
Yeah.
Alright. So the Kavani are very like, they kind of have sort of a Nordic sort of vibe to them. Like, they were these hardy mountain and forest people who they didn't really like have boats and raiding, so they weren't like Vikings per se, but they were just like they were very big on strength and honor and combat, and just very in your face. They were a violent people, and there are people called berserkers who essentially start out as Kavani, but their rage and their fury sort of takes over, and they lose their humanity to their raging curse, as it were. So, all right. Anyways, there is a door, and now that you're closer, you do actually see there's a little sign that says the Stone Grinder Bakery.
Is there any windows on the first floor?
Just the window on the front door, which is a little grease stained, but you do see that there is some orange, like torchlight, kind of, or firelight, flickering from within.
Is anybody gonna knock?
Anna
Are we
knocks.
seriously considering this?
Would you like to stay in the rain?
It's just an old broken windmill, right?
Anna knocks on the door.
Alright, as you knock on the door, you hear a voice from inside say, "Oh, mother, the door is open. You can come in."
Anna opens the door.
Okay, I'll take you guys over to the map. Let's see.
What do we need a map for?
Well, you know, the scene, the interior scene, obviously. Oh, but they don't have an interior scene, so I'll just give you a. Oh, here you go. I will grab the occupant so that you may speak with them in the safety of your player map. There you go. Alright, so we'll head back to the player map. Alright. So as you enter the bakery, there is the delicious smell of cooking meat and baking bread, and the lingering sweet smell of pastries. Looking around, you see that the ground floor of the windmill has been converted into a makeshift kitchen slash bakery. Baskets and are full of supplies for baking and for cooking. You can see that there is a chicken coop in the corner, and there's a little bit of a stinky smell here. Keeping chickens this close to your baking area is probably not a good OSHA situation or a health department thing. Let's see. There is a pretty wooden cabinet with flowers painted on the doors. And in addition to the clucking of the chickens and the crackling of the fire inside the oven, you also hear toads croaking, though you cannot see them. Outside, you hear the caws of the crows and the vultures as they angrily shout back at the storm, and the snuffles and snorts of the pigs as they try to take shelter from the rain under the rickety wooden awnings that are provided for them. Warmth and light issues from a brick oven against the wall, and you do see that there is a crumbling staircase next to it that ascends to the next floor. As you enter, you hear shrieks and cackles coming from higher up in the windmill, and that maybe or maybe the wind causes the whole structure to shudder a bit. So essentially, as you go in, you hear the little tinkle of the bell. You hear the toads, the pigs, the chickens, the crackling of the fire, and then upstairs, like through the ceiling, you hear just a sort of a cackling laugh, like a and then the woman, a thick woman with some red hair and some freckles. She looks over at all of you, and with her heaving bosom barely restrained by her baker's apron, she walks up to the counter and says, welcome. You are not my mother, you are travelers. What brings you here?
We're getting out of the rain.
Oh, it is coming down, it is. This is not a tavern, though, or an inn. We do not have any place for you, but I suppose you could... Oh, there are so many of you. And you can see that she sort of takes stock of all of you, and you can see her doing like a head count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of you. Oh my god. And she says, I'm sorry, but this is not a place for. This is. You need to go. If you would like to buy something before you leave, that is fine, but we don't have anything. We don't have any room for you to stay.
Perhaps we just buy something for temporary shelter until the rain lets up.
This rain is coming down hard. I don't know how long this rain will be here. Perhaps, yes, you may stay for like an hour, but that's the best I can do.
Well,
When my mother returns, she will not like to see this many people here.
Who is your mother?
Oh, she is a woman named Morgantha.
Anna shoots Eric a look and says, I know of Morgantha.
You know my mother, then perhaps you are a fan of dream pastries?
You
well,
could
we
say that.
actually we helped your mother sell some of them in.
Oh, how wonderful. Then you have come here to see her? You should have said that. It sounded like you didn't know where you were.
We did not.
We got turned around in the rain. We weren't sure if this was the right windmill.
Well, then I would love to help you. Just go down the road to the crossroads. I mean, there are signs, but I understand you must not be able to read. Then go left. That will take you to Vallaki, or right to Barovia Valley.
Do you expect your mother soon?
Yes, she's supposed to be coming home. I don't think she would want to be out in this rain.
Reed, she left before us.
Well, then we should have passed her.
Regardless, we should leave now. Thank you for your hospitality.
Well, we didn't give you any, but would you like to buy something while you're here? I have fresh batch of pies coming out of the oven.
We would, but we need to save our gold for the inn that we need to find, apparently.
Oh.
If you could, leave a message for your mother. Tell her Anna Anderson will be in Vallaki.
Oh, you are going to Vallaki then? Oh. And you've worked for my mother before.
Yes.
Oh. I have an idea that will make my mother very proud of me. Hold on. I will give you some pastries, and you can take them with you, to Vallaki and sell them.
And what do I get out of it?
You just can keep whatever extra you manage to earn from selling them.
Very well.
They are expensive, though. These pastries in Vallaki, we wanted 2 gold pieces each.
That shouldn't be a problem.
Oh, you're so confident. Alright. I will go ahead and pack you up a bundle.
She will stall as long as possible to keep people out of the rain and
Okay.
less miserable.
Alright. She goes and she packs you up a box of wax paper wrapped pastries. Altogether, there are a dozen meat pies and a dozen cupcakes.
Lovely.
While she's doing this,
How do you plan to keep it safe from the rain, though?
I don't know. Do you have any ideas?
Maybe a tarp or something.
Do you have one?
Huh. I will go. Look. as she kind of heads towards the stairs.
Using her cooking skill, does Anna see anything really out of place here?
Let's see. Yes, so you see that there is a table, like a counter, and there is a big ass meat cleaver there, and the counter has a lot of blood stains on it, and there seems to be a tidy basket of bones, probably left over from the processing of the meat for the meat pies. And it is hard to see from where you're standing, but if you were to go around the counter, you might be able to get a better look at it.
When the lady goes upstairs, Anna will go around and try to swag one.
Oh, just because you're gonna take one of the bones, or you want to
Yep,
just look at the basket?
She'll take a look first. If it's
Okay.
interesting, she'll grab one.
They seem to be the bones of a small humanoid.
Oh, please tell me those are pig bones.
Pigs aren't humanoids, but
No, but that's what
okay. That's what Reed says. Okay. So Anna, you just gonna randomly grab one, or you gonna grab a choice one?
There's not like skulls in there, are there?
There is part of a skull in there.
No, she's not going to grab one.
Okay, so you don't grab any of the bones then? You see what's?
No.
Okay. You're pretty sure it's a child's skull because it has all them extra teeth. You know what I'm saying? You know, them children's skulls. Yeah. Okay. When this woman hits the stairs, it is like she's a pretty hefty lady, but like when she's climbing the stairs, it's like an extra 100 pounds. Like the stairs are just like under the perceived weight of this woman. And you could hear her wandering around upstairs, and as she moves, it feels like the whole windmill is kind of shifting under her weight.
Anna will have kind of very open eyes and look at the rest of the group and start shooing people outside.
Okay.
Does Eric notice anything in particular?
I mean, do you want to? Are you investigating? Are you
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a perception or a investigation.
This will be a disadvantage.
Okay.
Actually, no. I'm gonna use my what's that ability? Attention to details to make it a straight roll.
Okay. All right. Yeah. You would also notice the basket of bones, and your curiosity. You would sort of position yourself so that when Anna goes to kind of poke the basket or look at the basket, you are able to see as well, and you confirm that they are the bones of a small humanoid. And it has a very just tidy butcher shop. We don't need these bones. Let's set them aside. But with your check and your investigation, you start to look, and you see that there is a large, stone mortar and pestle. And in the mortar and pestle, not yet ground up, you see another one of those bones.
He's gonna also push everyone out. Let's go.
You also, well, you did investigation. So and as you look around, you do smell that, and finally kind of put to fact, the smell that you're smelling is definitely pork coming from the meat pies in the oven. Definitely pork. All right. So you're gonna leave without receiving the goods.
No, I'll wait for her to come back down, but I will
Okay.
start pushing people outside.
Okay. Eastmark says you don't have to tell me twice, and he's gonna head outside.
Why are you two acting weird?
We'll tell you when we get outside.
We tell you when we get outside.
Okay. She stomps back downstairs and says, "Hey, here. This is oh, everyone is leaving. Anna, before you go, here. This will help." And she gives you a wooden crate. And she says, "We put them in here, and then the crate will help keep them dry."
Thank you so much.
No, thank you. This is very helpful.
What's
We
your name again?
my name is Bella.
Thank you, Bella.
Hmm. I will tell my mother when she returns that you came by, and then she will check in on you and your friends to make sure that you have done what you said you're going to do.
That would be wonderful. You're so accommodating.
Oh, thank you. We try to run the best bakery in all of Barovia. Our ingredients include love and everything nice.
As she leaves, she says, "May the morning lord shine upon you."
She scrunches up her face in disgust and says, I'd rather not.
Perhaps you're a Mother Night fan instead.
She smiles broadly and says, Da. And may Mother Night watch over you from the shadows, Anna.
I hope so. And we will GTFO.
Okay. Alright. As you guys head back into the rain, you see a cart trundling up the road towards the windmill. There is an old woman pushing the cart. It looks a bit miserable in the rain. And it looks like the cart is very heavy up this muddy hill. She's struggling a little bit.
Anna will ask for a quick word with Eric.
Yes.
Eric, would you... You're not going to do anything rash here, are you?
No, I'm gonna do things logical.
I would ask something of you. Let me gain the knowledge from these women before your vengeance is enacted. That is all I ask. If we need to delay it, we will. If you allow me this, I will help you with your revenge for Matthew.
Very well.
Thank you. You're such a good boy, Eric.
Eastmark is kind of leading the cart down the hill, and he hands the lead off to Irenia, and he goes to help Morgantha.
Also, since we're all gathered around,
Mm-hmm.
Eric would like to whisper to everyone, don't bring up Matthew or his death. Just don't.
Okay. Irenia
She
stares
knows.
at you through the rain with her eyes wide, but nods.
And if we're not the ones who bring it up,
You may try to taunt him.
I won't let her get to me.
All right.
uh,
As they're heading up the hill, Eastmark pushing the cart and her kind of following behind, he seems to be trying his best to keep her engaged in conversation. And you hear him saying, and that is why we are heading to Vallaki, but we got turned around at the crossroads with the rain. How fortuitous to run into each other again, grandmother. And then she sees all of you. Her Brock from Pokemon Eyes. You do see the little glint of the eyes behind all the wrinkles as they lock on Eric. But before she could say anything, Eastmark says, "So, do you have any advice as a traveler of the roads for us to keep in mind as we head back out?" And she says, "Oh, this is going to be a very wet night. I wonder... No, just try to stay dry and do not leave the roads. It would be very bad for you to leave the roads." And so they kind of push past, but when she sees Anna, she looks at you and says, "Oh, you have grown since the last time I saw you."
Yes, Morgantha. We met your daughter. She was very helpful.
Yes, they are good girls. Very good girls. Did you purchase anything? If you are heading to Vallaki, I would love for you to take some pastries. It is such a long way for me, and I do not feel welcome there anymore.
Bella gave us a crate, and she sort of pats it on the cart for us to handle.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, once you get your bearings in Vallaki, perhaps we can talk further. There are things I am very interested in the city that I am not able to participate in. They have become so distrustful of outsiders. For example, there is an orphanage. I would very much like to see it for myself. So I can bring all of the children some pastries. Maybe you could take some pastries there for me, Anna.
Certainly, Morgantha.
How wonderful. Oh, it seems not all of you are here. What happened to little Matthew?
Darius just looks at Eric.
Oh, did he decide to stay in Barovia?
Anna nudges Reed.
Or did something
Yes,
happen to him?
he's in Barovia, which is not
Is
a lie.
he?
I mean, technically, Reed isn't lying.
That is good for you, Eric. He had ill designs on you, child. Whatever ailment he has, I'm sure it won't last too long.
It was lovely to see you, but we got to get out of this rain. And
Yes,
usher
the
Eric
rain is
away.
terrible. Eric, don't worry. Matthew will find you eventually. And she kind of teeters towards the house.
Anna will say the same thing she said to Bella. I want to kind of just gauge the response about Mother Night watching over her.
Oh, she's a big Mother Night fan. When you say that, she smiles so big as she says, I think you have already found someone to watch over you, Anna. But I hope Mother Night still shows you some kindness.
Thank you, Morgantha.
And she puts all her stuff away, heads in.
Let's just
Alright.
get out of the rain soon.
Let's get out of here.
Okay, so you guys head back to the crossroads, and then you head north from the crossroads, and at that point you have sort of reached your travel limit, as it were. And so you must set up the camp. Yes, the camp. So, let's see. What is the best way to handle this? We got a grasslands camp. We got a wilderness camp. You guys still aren't close enough to the woods. So we'll go with this one. Okay. Grassland camp it is. Alright. This is probably a much nicer camp than you actually have, but whatever. Can you guys see or no?
No.
Alright, then let me grab some actors then. Throw them onto the scene. We need to go ahead and get started with that.
Reeds.
A bunch of reeds? Okay.
Yeah, grab some.
Oh, right. Let's see. Oh, okay. I got it. Wow. Alright. Let's see. Take you over here. Throw you guys down onto the map.
It's been rough.
What morning? My morning?
Yeah.
Oh. Let's see. I get frustrated when the technology doesn't do the most basic shit it's supposed to do. Alright. So you guys settle in. I'll go ahead and... we could probably just leave this music. It's fine. Everything's fine. And I'll go grab your cheat sheet for camping, and you guys can kind of decide what you do. We need to set camp. So the 5 of you need to give me survival checks, or you need to bullshit some other thing that you're doing for camping besides survival checks.
Before that happens, Darius is gonna kind of walk over to Reed and Tiernan and just be like, "The fuck was that about?"
So the meat pies aren't exactly made with flour and pork. It's the other white meat.
So what's the plan then?
We go to
I
Vallaki.
realized we didn't have enough information. We didn't have enough preparation. I look at Eric to do something right then and there, but we can't just let this stand, right?
No, of
We
course
don't have
not.
a choice.
Maybe there's some authorities in Vallaki that can Vallaki that can take care of it.
From what she says, they might not even let us in. She said they're becoming more suspicious of outsiders, and she's an outsider they've seen before, much less us. Although it could just be they were suspicious of her.
And
But
from
we have-
what we've heard, they don't seem to really give a shit anything outside their town.
We also have the son and daughter of the burgomaster of Barovia village, though, so that should be enough to get us entry.
That's a big assumption.
They will let
I
us
mean-
in. I'm confident of it.
Reed, to help make camp, the only thing I guess I can do is use my stealth to kind of subtly patrol the perimeter, just see if it's safe.
Okay, so are you going to be the lookout tonight?
Probably initially. I mean, my perception sucks, but my stealth is good.
Okay. Alright, so go ahead and give me the 5 rolls to set the difficulty of the camp. With the rain, the DC to set up a decent camp is a 15, so it's going to be very hard to set up a decent camp
Oof.
in these conditions.
Well, I'm pretty good at survival. I've got a +4, so I'll roll the survival check.
Okay. Alright.
I'm ready for that 5.
Okay. Let's see. Reed, I'm actually not going to take a stealth for setting up the camp because
Oh, okay.
it's just there's really just nothing that would do to contribute towards the camp. It's a very
right.
selfish action.
So
right.
making camp, it's all survival, but they can be.
Well, no. It could be. I accept 1 survival and then anything else that you could bullshit that would make sense. So like sleight of hand to tie knots and set up 10 ropes and stuff like that. Athletics check athletics check to clear the campsite, that sort of thing.
Well, then I'll totally tie all the knots. Then that'll work.
Okay.
I'll give an athletics.
Okay. All right. I need one from Anna and Eric.
Anna will do the usual, get the fire going. If you guys can get something to eat, she will cook it for you.
Okay. Well, that's going to be your camp action. I just need you to do. I need you to help set up the camp, essentially. So default would just be survival. If you find yourself taking more than 3 seconds to figure out how you contribute to setting up the camp, just roll a survival check for me. So.
Can I use intelligence for it since it is an option?
Sure. Okay. It's a terrible campsite. So the DC of all camping activities is going to be a 15. All right, you are on lookout, Reed. Go ahead and give me an intelligence survival, and then give me a wisdom perception. And this will determine how well you are able to keep everyone safe tonight. Because of the conditions, it's not, the perception is going to be at disadvantage because of the pounding rain and whatnot.
Do you want to use a fan spell on one of those rolls? I go for it.
For the perception one, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So you said perception wisdom or?
Yes, perception
Okay.
is, yep.
All right, and then to use a fan spo, do I just roll a d6 or what is it?
No, it just gives you advantage.
Oh, okay. Well, that should have rolled with advantage.
Okay, cool. I've got it. Technically, if you succeeded at the survival, you would have had advantage on the perception. So it's one of those things that, like, I wouldn't say you could use fanspo on it because one is setting up the other for advantage. So go ahead and go ahead and refund your fanspo. All right. The rest of you, the other 4, you may take actions while you are camping. Those actions include crafting, cooking, and all sorts of other stuff. If you are practicing Helenia's magical crafting, that could be performed in place of the Glyphs camping action. So, whatever you decide to do. I will drag the camping rules out so that you have a shortcut to them.
It's gonna have to be regular cooking because I don't have any of the component stuff yet.
Ah, okay. All right. Well, I mean, there was some back at the bakery, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So,
I know.
yeah. Okay. All right. So, let's see. Anna's gonna do regular cooking. Okay. So you have 3 different things you could do. You could cook a hot meal, which I think has a little bit less impact, on the game because you guys are able to. We're doing long rest only in sanctuaries, though, right? So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you get back with healing surges? You don't get back all of your hit dice on a short rest, though, right?
You get
Only on a
back,
long
I
rest.
think, I believe half of your like hit die pool you get back on a short rest,
Okay.
and you get all of them back on the long rest.
All right. I'll throw that document down as well. All right. So since you aren't able to gain the benefits of a long rest unless you're in a sanctuary, and this is assuredly not a sanctuary, you would then benefit, I think, from cooking because you would be able to provide 1 extra hit die. So your 3 cooking actions you could do while camping are create rations. You slow cook and preserve some fresh ingredients, usually meat or grains, to create 1d4 plus 1 new basic food rations that can be preserved. You can stretch rations. You thin out some basic rations into a simple meal, feeding 2 people from each ration you cooked. And if cooked successfully, anyone who eats these gains 1d4 plus 1 hit points. You can benefit from this once per day. So very shitty healing potions, essentially. Sack lunches, as it were. And then the third option is you could cook a hot meal, which means you take a ration and you turn it into a meal. And if cooked successfully, anyone who eats it gets 1 more hit die back from camping. So that could be beneficial. But you have to choose one of those 3 things to do, and then you would roll an Intelligence Cooks Utensils DC 15 to see if you were able to do it. Keeping in mind that if you fail, the rations are lost, so they would be marked off and nobody gets to eat them.
Sure. Does anybody need new points or hit dice?
Nah.
I do not.
Okay, we'll just do the first one then.
Okay. It's just going to create some extra rations. All right, go for it.
Do intelligence check.
Oof. All right. That was the fanspo bot intelligence, but I don't know if your modifier would be even with proficiency to 15. Yeah, it's not going to hit it. So, all right. You try unsuccessfully to make food. There's too much rain. The fire can't stay lit. The food is soggy. It's just a failed effort. All right, Eric, what are you doing?
You'll try to make an arrow too.
Okay, you're gonna do some crafting.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have the recipe for arrows?
I don't think so.
All right, then you would not know exactly what you were doing as far as making some arrows. So you would not be able to craft until you receive the recipe or actual instructions on how to make arrows effectively. Otherwise, you're just sort of whittling wood and hoping for the best. All right. So is there anything else you'd like to try to craft or do with your camp activity?
I'll just relax.
All right. Relax in solitude. All right. Go ahead and give me a DC 15 Wisdom ability check, not a saving throw, to see if you are able to gain a point of inspiration. All right. You are unable to relax. It is just too upsetting, too cold, too wet, too damp. What about you, Reed? What do you try to do?
Look at the actions, I guess. If I think things look safe, I'll. sit
Oh
down
wait, sorry. You're on
I'm
lookout.
looking.
I'm mad. Yeah, I shouldn't have said anything. My bad. Tiernan, what do you do?
Well, I don't think I have. I was hoping to try to make the healer.
Now keep in mind that if you are doing the healing stuff, that is also like that would be your downtime activity if you're trying to help people with their ailments and whatnot.
I would love to, but we don't have the correct equipment.
Fair enough. Okay.
I do have an herbalism kit though.
And also because you wouldn't be long resting because you're out in the woods, you can only long rest in the sanctuary. You wouldn't be able to recover wounds anyways. So yeah.
Am I able to work on crafting a healer's draw?
Do you have the recipe for it?
We do have the recipe for this one, but I don't know if we have the right ingredients. I'm trying to find where that is.
Okay.
I think it's in the treasure.
It's in crafting at the very top.
Oh, crafting, right. Dur. Healing draught, you need water, fluid, and medicinal.
Okay. Are you trained in herbalism or anything?
Not until next level.
I see. Okay. Because I believe
I'm trained in brewing and brewing supplies, though. I didn't know if that would help me.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think one of the activities you could do is try to harvest locally and see if you could find anything nearby. All right. So give me a survival, nature, or herbalist tools to see if you could find anything nearby.
Survival it is.
Ooh, okay. That's that actually hits the DC. So let me grab that stuff for you. While I'm grabbing that stuff, let's see. Darius, what are you doing?
Darius was laid up in the bed a couple days ago. Darius has not done much. Darius is getting a little antsy, so he's going to challenge Ismark to arm wrestling.
Okay, so a game, as it were.
Yeah.
All right. Ismark will attempt an opposed athletics with you. Let's see. We'll just do a single roll. Here we go. Oh wow. Yeah, you stomp him, and gain a point of inspiration. All right. He says, "I never had any doubts. You are huge." And he smiles at you.
You're still bigger than me.
Not by much.
Actually.
Oh.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, go for it.
I was wondering, would you mind if we spar in the morning? I've been laid up for a little too long and trying to get back in form.
Yeah, that's fine with me. I would like that very much. It's always good to stay well practiced in case something happens.
My uncle had a saying, you stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
That is wise. It is wise. All right. You find Tiernan you find a collection of... I feel like your character wouldn't know exactly what they're looking for without somebody going with them that is local. Anna, you're doing your own thing. You're cooking, right? All right. All right. I guess Arena will go with you.
Yes.
I was gonna say, is it daytime?
Yeah. All right. So as you head out, Arena follows you, and she says, "Don't worry, I'm not going to watch you pee. But I heard you were."
Oh, I just
It's
wanted
fine.
you to be safe.
Yeah. Okay. So you're looking for in this area. I think I know something we could find. All right. So as you guys are looking around, you find a shunflower. Oh, love it when they put like puns on the stuff. So this is an inverse sunflower, purple in color, instead of bright yellow orange. It likes to follow the moon instead of the sun. Sunflowers, believe it or not, are actually an agricultural product of Barovia, ironically. But this is a sunflower variant that has essentially been corrupted by the influence of the Shadowfell, which you are basically in right now. Anyways, so essentially, if you have this on your person, if you are carrying this, it creates sort of a feeling of gloom and depression around you. But the flower petals and the seeds can be used for herbalism and for alchemical purposes, which is quite handy. So let's see. With your success, you get 3 portions of shunflower. So you can go ahead and add that to your supplies. All right, and I think that takes us through everybody's stuff. Let's see. Now I just got to see if you survive the night. All right, you're on the road and you are setting up camp and sleeping, a process that takes about 9 hours altogether. Setting up and breaking down camp plus 8 hours of rest. 6 of which must be spent sleeping. So let's see if anything interesting happens during those 9 hours. Oh my, that's a busy night. Okay. I'm gonna need a second. Let's see. Oof. Okay. Okay. All right, read. Oh boy. Okay.
The good
So-
news is that my perception shit, so I don't even see the blow
Yeah.
coming.
Well, this is awkward for sure. Let's see if I can find this. Hold on. Reed, you do not hear this. In fact, it is too late by the time they are upon you. This occurs about 5 hours into your camping, and there is an older woman, and she is crouched down in front of you, and she is peering intently into your face. You see kind of only her face as you wake up. You know that feeling like when you know someone's looking at you, but like, you know, you don't see them at first, and then you kind of wake up and they're just like almost nose to nose with you. That's the situation that you are kind of having. And I'll go ahead and get that set up real quick.
How loudly does Reed scream?
All right, so that is what you open your eyes to see. An older woman with a pinched face and very intense eyes, soaked from the rain, and just kind of nose to nose staring at you. And I'll assume, Reed, that you were like.
I let out a very manly scream. That
Okay.
yeah.
Alright, as you scream, she screams, her donkey screams, her horse screams, your guys' horses scream, and soon the entire campsite is roused. The woman reaches for her dagger, and she threatens you with it menacingly, and says, she says, "Oi, hey! Whoa, 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 whoa! What you doing? What you doing then? Huh? I saw I saw you fire, and I thought I'd stop. But if you're some kind of bandits, you best be watching out."
No harm meant. We are travelers going to Vallaki. I assume you are a traveler as well?
Oh, I am. Yes, I am. I am Agatha, the ghost hunter.
Oh, well, please join our fire and I'll introduce you to the group. Do I get any hinky vibes off her?
Hinky vibes. All right. Well, yeah. Give me an insight check. Give me an insight check.
Okay, I'm supposed to be good at that.
Uh huh.
Supposed to be.
Oh man, fucking ghost hunter. That sounds dope. That's the vibe you're picking up.
All right.
And such an old ghost hunter too. She must be really good at it, or she's been aged by a ghost. I don't know. But yeah, she's very, very old.
Well, there's good ghost hunters and old ghost hunters, but are there good old ghost hunters?
That's a good question. I guess you're gonna find out. She says, "Oh, it's all right then for me and mine to come by your fire. All right, come on, donkey. These kind strangers are taking us in for the night."
Everybody, this is Agatha. We met on the outskirts of the camp.
Is that why everyone was screaming?
Oh, yeah, that was
just a Barovian greeting, right?
Yeah, just caught off a little surprise. The rain, you know.
Uh huh.
Not that I'm a bad lookout.
Uh huh.
Oh, so, greetings everyone. My name's Agatha, and I'm a ghost hunter.
Uh huh.
Have you hunted many ghosts here in Barovia?
Oh, yes, my fair share of ghosts. There's ghosts everywhere in Barovia. In fact, I just left the little village of Vallaki, as it were, and I was just traveling through the night. So driven was I to find the solution to this ghostly problem I'm trying to solve.
Little village?
Yes, it's right, up and around the bend. About a day or so's travel. You'll be heading there yourselves then, hmm?
Yes.
Based on, I don't know, the look of you, and the fact that I didn't see you already. So are you coming from, the village of Barovia?
I look around if anyone else is going to answer that.
Oh, there's not many villages to come from. You don't have to be so secretive about it.
Well, yes. I mean, not most directly, but yes. And you, where are you headed for your ghost problem?
Well, in my studies of the occult and ghosts, I was able to go to the ruins of Argynvostholt. There, I found a great mystery that must be solved. The ancient dragon himself needs to be reassembled so that he can be reborn in the fight against the Dark Lord. So, I'm going to Castle Ravenloft, and I'll be finding answers from the source.
The source?
The one who killed Argynvostholt. I'm going to interview him.
I look at Eastmark and Irina, like...
They are giving you a look like, this lady is not long for this world.
So, shall we look for you in the parade, then?
The parade? Ooh. What is the parade?
As a ghost hunter, surely you know of the parade.
Barovia is big and I am small, so it's hard for me to know everything about everything now, isn't it?
But, and I look at Ismark. Ismark, the parade goes from your village all the way to the castle, right?
It does, but if she's never been this far east of Vallaki, then she would not have seen it. The bend to the castle is back at the 2 crossroads ago.
Oh, well, then yes, I guess that's fair. And I'll just give her a quick synopsis of the parade.
Alright, Tiernan, you are pretty sure this is just an old woman with some senility or some dementia. Like, she's not a ghost hunter. She doesn't have any special supplies or anything. She's got a cart. It looks like she sleeps in the back of the cart. She's got a donkey. The only weapon she seems to have...
Points, though.
The only... How do you know that? The only... Oh, is it showing her HP? Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's weird. I don't have them turned on for everybody.
It's because they're friendly.
Oh, it's because she's friendly. Okay. Well, yeah, she's definitely not qualified for this job. Honestly, it's a miracle that she has made it as far as she has.
Agatha, what do you know about the Dark Lord?
Oh, he's the source of all troubles and all worries in Barovia. He's the one who blocks the sun's light, who chased off the Morning Lord, empowered Mother Night, and done all other sorts of terrible things. Worst of which was the slaying of the ancient dragon, Argynvostholt. If I can restore the dragon to power, oh, the sun will shine again, don't you doubt it.
And you want to interview him?
Yes, I'm going to have an interview with the vampire.
Oh, God.
Nice.
Well played, sir. But if he's that evil, perhaps that's not the best or safest approach.
He's many things. A soldier, a tyrant, a vampire. But he's also a scholar. I'm sure when he hears that I am a ghost hunter of well renown, he'll let me in and tell me what I need to know.
Or maybe he'll perceive you as a threat, as Ghost Hunter isn't too many steps away from Vampire Slayer?
Oh, I doubt that. I doubt that. More like he's going to have some ghosts running around that big old castle of his that he'll need me to take care of.
And if he's a vampire, you have blood, ergo...
Oh, it's true. My blood is old and aged like a fine wine. I'm sure he'll have to resist with all his might to take a nip of this sweet morsel. But in the name of good and the Morning Lord, I'm willing to risk it all, you see, to bring the sun back.
Reed's like, well, I tried.
Agatha, what if
Yes?
what if we went and talked to the Dark Lord instead of
Oh, instead of me? No, but why don't we travel there together?
Well, we're not
Yes!
going there right now. We're going to
Oh, that's a shame. I'm a driven woman, you see, and I have to see this through to its conclusion.
I think you're not prepared, and I'll use heroic flair on her and try to persuade her not.
Okay, give me a persuasion.
Is there any way I can aid in that?
What would you say to aid her?
I would just try to tell her again about the dangers of going into a house full of vampires.
Alas, Anna, even with advantage, this woman is stubborn and stoic. Unless you have something that can add to it, I'm just going to...
I'll use the bardic inspiration I got from...
Oh, okay.
the session.
Okay, give me that D6. Oof. Yeah, she remains firm, and she says, "It sounds like you have your own business to take care of. Don't you be worrying about Agatha, comma, space, ghost hunter. I'll take care of myself." And if push comes to shove, I have my donkey here. He's a trained warrior, a noble steed.
Best of luck, Agatha.
The donkey
Agatha.
looks at all of you like, I need help. I need a grown-up.
I mean no disrespect, Agatha, but we've seen what a vampire does to a woman of mature age, and it isn't pretty.
Have you seen more than I have in my 60 years of life?
Perhaps not, but what we have seen is horrible.
Kiernan, it is also at this point that you realize that this woman is pretty much medically blind. She's done a good job of faking it so far, but she's entirely going off of the location of people's voices and stuff. She can't see, on top of every other problem that she has.
Agatha,
Spin her around.
we're a starting band of adventurers, and
Oh, adventurers, are ya?
that's what we've been called anyway. We call ourselves the Walking Dead. It's sort of a I don't know if you would understand what a pop culture reference is, but it's a pop
No.
culture reference.
So then you're not a member of the murder minions?
No,
The cold shoulders?
no,
Honor bound?
no,
The rainmakers?
no,
Day callers?
no,
The divine cabinet?
no,
The crying wolves?
no.
Oh, so you're a different adventuring party than the others I've met in my long life.
Yes.
Oh, Talons of Dawn, that's dope. What group is named Talon? Is that the name of your group? No, I don't want to get distracted. All right. Damn, that's a little bit cool. That's a little bit cooler than Walking Dead. I'm just saying. Anyways,
Okay, screw you guys.
so Agatha says, oh well, adventurers don't do so well here. That's a shame for you.
Well, that's what I was afraid of.
I hope you don't turn into Ghost. I'd have to hunt you.
Here's what I was thinking. Maybe if we had the guidance of an experienced ghost hunter,
I see what you're
we
asking.
would do better.
I'll take the job then, boy. 5 gold a day. I'll be your spiritual guide, a master of the occult, an expert ghost hunter. With me at your side, no spiritual entities will bring you any harm.
That is exactly what we were hoping for. Do you mind introducing us to the rest of your team there?
Of course. This here is Donkey. He's a bright lad, and he's a good lad.
And this is.
I
Horse?
call him Thanlin. Thanlin the donkey.
Oh, okay.
No comment.
This here is Winston the horse. He's very strong. And this here is Carty McCart, also called Carty B, because I had a cart named Carty A, but it lost it. So this is Carty B. Go on, Carty. Introduce yourself.
Pleasure to meet you, Carty B.
She's a spicy little cart, I'll tell you that. Real big rear end on that one. Alright, so, I suppose we should get some sleep. And in the morning, I'll join your adventuring band as your occult specialist. 5 gold pieces a day. But, where are you headed besides Vallaki?
Don't let Irina talk.
Well, we heard there was a encampment outside the. And Reed's probably offering up too much information, but he doesn't look at anyone else.
Okay.
Just doesn't like the silence. There's an encampment outside the town that we were hoping to check out.
Oh, the Vistani. They are also spiritualists. I studied under them for about 17 years or so. Learned their ways and their secrets.
Yes. That will be very helpful.
Well, I'll be settling in for the night then. And she crawls into her Cardi B and pulls her blankets and tarp over the blankets and goes to sleep.
Earnin.
Donkey wanders over and starts to warm his buns by the fire. Thanlin likes warm buttocks.
Yes, Anna?
How are we going to afford to pay her?
She can't actually see. I think we can probably get away with giving her something other than 5 gold a day.
Izzy punches you.
Anna,
Yeah.
She says, "I hope I punched your face, asshole. Come on." She's obviously demented or something, like,
Right,
and
which is
blind
another
and
reason to not trust her with carrying around that much money. Look, I told you about my grandma, right? That time where she got scammed by the Nigerian prince for like
Yeah.
a quarter of all of her assets.
but she was happy, Tiernan.
Was she?
Then you guys made her feel bad about it.
We did not. No. We handled it with grace.
When you told her the truth, I think it kind of hurt.
Isn't it better than than just giving it away to a scammer? Same thing here. We'll hold her. We will not let her go hungry. We will not let her live out in the rain.
Mm-hmm.
It's just perhaps taking into account everything about her. It's best if someone else managed her finances.
Okay.
Plus, she comes with a donkey, a horse, and a cart.
Well, now I really feel like you're scamming her. What, you gonna marry her too, so you could inherit it all when she passes away? Like, come on.
No, that is not the plan.
it's a good idea, Izzy.
It is not a good idea, Anna. It's inappropriate. We should go when we get to Vallaki. We should find her family and return her to her family.
If she has family, absolutely. She doesn't seem. We'll have to try to figure out where she's from exactly, and I think over time we'll maybe be able to.
Hold on,
Figure
we're
that
not
out.
responsible for her.
Eastmark says, "I don't mind bringing this woman back to Vallaki, but there's like thousands of people that live in Vallaki. I don't want to be wandering around trying to find exactly who lost their grandmother."
You say thousands of people in a city like that's a lot. Ismark, we come from cities with millions of people.
Okay, and you return grandmas all the time?
The police do. I'm sure there's a way to do it.
All right. I'm going to head back to bed then.
But I'd rather find the information from
Hey.
her.
And Reed, you should be more careful. You're lucky that it was just a lost grandmother. If you don't think that you can stay awake for watch, you need to stop volunteering.
You're right.
Or
I
have someone to
overestimated.
stay up with you.
Maybe, Irina, would you stand watch with me?
Okay. She says, but mechanically will provide no bonus. She says, absolutely.
Okay, that's great. Meta.
Brandon looks at Reed like, I gave you the perfect opportunity to ask Ismark. And then he just sort of sighs and then goes and lays down.
As you walk past her, she whispers to you, Tiernan, and she says, someone has to keep us from being killed in our sleep.
Good luck.
All right.
All right. So as I go back out with Irina, meta question before I ask this. An orphanage was mentioned, and Irina's an orphan. Is Irina from the orphanage? Did she ever mention how?
Oh, the orphanage is a relatively new thing. So she would not have been from the orphanage. But do you try to ask like how?
Yeah,
Do you ask her? Oh, okay.
In a gentle way, like knowing that that can be an awkward conversation and
Oh,
also private
she-
information.
Yeah. She says, no, they actually the burgomaster, Kulian, he found me on the road, in between, the village of Barovia and Vallaki, somewhere along the road that we're traveling on, actually. I was covered in the blood, and all alone, just wandering around, and he found me and he brought me home with him.
How old were you?
Oh, like maybe 3. I don't really remember much about it or any about my life before that.
So you could have family, like you could. I don't say you could be Vistani, but I don't say that. But
Oh, okay.
Because I know their attitudes.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe you have family in Kresk or Vallaki.
Maybe. I won't lie to you, I have thought about it a few times that maybe there's family out there that I have lost and could find again, but I don't know. The burgomaster has been kind to me, and the father I never had, and Ismark is just the best brother anyone could ever ask for, so I have just done what I can to repay their kindness by helping them take care of the village as best I can.
Well, you know, the family we choose is sometimes the best family we could possibly have.
Oh,
Stronger-
that's really sweet. What is it stronger than? I mean, stronger than you, obviously, but what else is it stronger than?
I let that slide. Stronger than blood.
Oh.
Often.
I see.
So just read
It's-
knowing what it's like growing up as a gay man.
It would still be nice to know where I came from, you know? Like, what came before Arinia? Like, what made Arinia?
Oh yeah. Plus, you don't want to know, you know, if you're gonna go bald. And I tease her like, if you're gonna go bald when you're older, you know.
Bald when I'm older. Whatever.
I'm just saying, maybe the lily of the rose of the valley loses her petals.
There's no losing my petals. I have heard that some women at Vallaki, they shave all their body hair off. Why would you do that? It's so cold. And she tugs her shirt aside so you can see them hairy pits. She's just like, I got everywhere you could get it, baby. I've got it.
Ooh, okay. A lot to unwrap there. Let's just keep a lookout and we'll talk.
Okay. You seemed kind of weirded out. You told me that the people back in the Earth, the Seattle, they have no hair?
They, and I awkwardly go over grooming standards.
Wow. Wow, so much work! Oh my goodness!
Yeah, tell her about manscaping.
Oh, the men do it too? Oh, you know, if you get all the hair away, it probably makes your dick look like a lot bigger, though, right? Because there's like nothing around to like block the view, you know. It'd be like it'd probably look pretty huge, like because there's nothing there to distract you.
Here's where Reed debates if he tells Irina about porn, and he's like, nope, not gonna go there because she's gonna ask to see someone's cell phone.
Okay. So she looks very thoughtful after this conversation, as if she's trying to imagine this world of hairless genitals that you've described to her.
What have you
All right.
done?
This went way off track.
All right, cultural overlap for sure. But when you guys are in a cold area, who's gonna be laughing? Fuzzy Irina, that's who. All right. Okay. So the rest of the night passes, and none of the other encounters are things that you would have encountered, because reasons. All right. Morning comes, and the rain lets up. And I guess you guys pack up and head back onto the road. You may attempt a sleeping check. The DC is 15, and unless you have tents, which we see on the map, but unless you actually have tents, the check is going to be made at disadvantage because of the rain.
I don't think we have any Any tense?
All right, so give me Constitution saving throws, DC 15, disadvantage. If somehow you succeed, you will get another hit die back if you need it. If you don't need a hit die, then it doesn't really matter. It just shows you what kind of a shitty night's sleep you had. Tiernan, it was almost an all right night's sleep.
Nice, Eric.
Yeah, Eric, man, oof, that was a good night's sleep. All right.
Hardcore.
The rain was relaxing.
Let's see how it turned out for Thanlin, everyone's favorite NPC. Let's see.
Read on watch
Thanks,
something.
Reed.
Great.
Oh, okay. Wow. All right. Knowing that somebody else was taking over the heavy responsibilities of guard duty, you fall asleep. Like two people on a city bus, you're drooling on Irenia's shoulder as she continues to be haunted by the words and things you've told her about Seattle. All right.
This is not going to come back to bite me in any way.
All right. So as you guys are packing up, you do see off in the distance, Reed, she is talking to Eastmark, and Eastmark looks scandalized.
Oh, no.
She starts cackling and following him, and he's making a gesture like, "Stop, I can hear no more," and she's just following around. And then he looks over at you from across the campfire and just stares daggers at you.
Again, she is the worst wingman ever.
I was gonna ask Ismark for like if he wants to be workout buddies, but I guess Irenia got to him first.
Oh yeah. No, if you approach him, he would definitely just go and say, "Why don't you and your crazy ideas finish backing up the camp? Eh? Come on, let's go." But as you're walking away, Darius, he says, "Irenia just told me some very disturbing things, and I want you to confirm to me because you seem like an honest guy. Do the men and women of your world shave off all of their body hair, even their private parts?"
Some do.
Mm.
Some do it for looks. Other do it for, I'll just say, pleasure.
Pleasure? It seems like it would be itchy.
People are weird.
Yes, I agree. Let us fight. Alright, and you just go and start beating each other up. Alright.
I'll watch
Much better.
I'll watch the gun show.
Okay. Alright. Let us head back to the map. Well, not the map. You don't have a map. Let's head back to your dashboard, that you may continue following the road and hope that you're going the right way. Alright.
And now we have a caravan.
Yes. Now you have Sweet Thanlin the donkey and Agatha the ghost hunter. Alright. When Agatha wakes in the morning, she looks around, and I'll be honest, she's a bit confused. And she looks to you, Tiernan, and says, I know ye. Last night, we met. I'm working with you now.
Yes, you agreed to accompany us as our,
yes.
resident occult expert.
Yes, that's what's happening. Alright. And we're heading to Castle Ravenloft so that we can bring back the sun by reviving Argynvostholt.
Yes, eventually.
Eventually.
We've gotta gather allies and work up to it.
Oh, okay. We need more allies.
Yes.
Okay. Alright. Then let's go. And she walks along beside you with her little cart pulled by her big horse and Thanlin the donkey. Alright. And you, let's see. I moved this to the back. I know how to use Foundry, I think. Alright. And then... Can you guys see the road again?
Yep.
Sweet, it worked. Okay. So you continue to walk along the road. The rain is going to stop. The travel is going to be long. It is going to take about 6.5 hours to get there. RNGesus continues to be so kind and so sweet to you guys. So, everything seems fine. After about 5 hours of travel...
Is our Raven friend back to following us?
That's a great question. As you kind of keep an eye out for the raven during the day, you do spot her several times.
Agatha, are ravens good luck in your experience? What do you think?
Oh, they're definitely good luck. They carry the souls of those good folk past the mist to the afterlife they're meant to have. 'Cause you see, we're trapped inside a bubble, eh? And inside the bubble, when you die, your soul just swirls around like so many leaves on an autumn day until they're bound back into the flesh of a new baby. You never escape, you see. But if you lead a truly good life, the raven will pick you up in its little beak, and it'll carry you past the mist to heaven with the morning lord. And once we wake the sun back up, Tiernan, oh, then it will be a good day. Every soul will be able to find its way there without the aid of a raven.
It will burst the bubble?
Perhaps that's a good way to put it. I think more so it's going to burn a hole in the bubble and let back in the healing light of the sun.
We had a hole in the bubble around our world once.
Ooh, did ya? How did that work out
gave a
for
lot of
you?
people cancer.
What's a cancer?
Well, it's not good.
Oh, is it a sickness then?
Yeah.
I see. Interesting.
Our hole fixed itself though, so maybe our hole was good and your hole was bad.
Oh.
Or no, our hole was bad and your hole was good. Our bubble was good, your bubble is bad.
Okay, alright. She's very thoughtful about these metaphysical ideas.
Don't break their minds.
Alright, as you guys are traveling, suddenly the music stops. And the wind stops. And the leaves that are blowing fall to the ground. Everything seems to slow down. I need each of the 5 of you to give me a perception check.
I look to whoever's closest to me and I say, I feel like we're at the start of a cutscene.
Alright. Ooh, Tiernan. Oh, there's some real stinkers here. Oh, man. Oh, looks like Reed's in the lead. That's alright. All we need is Eric. Oh, Eric. Gosh, buddy. You got the lowest roll.
See, I am a good lookout.
I didn't realize this was a competition.
It most assuredly is. Reed, because you won this contest of skill, you are the first to see this. The road ahead falls still. The wind dies. Ambient music stops playing. The leaves blowing fall to the ground. A lone silhouette, dressed all in black, stands alone in the middle of the road ahead of you. She raises her hand. Her face is obscured by a veil of mourning. Her stark, white-skinned hand points a finger directly at you, Reed. You hear in your mind a scream, the most horrible, loud scream you've ever heard before. Your ears start to bleed. Your eyes bulge. You feel physically ill, like you're going to start retching. And then she is gone. The wind picks up. Ambient music keeps playing. The rest of you rolled so badly that you didn't even see the woman.
Did we see Reed at least?
Yeah.
Reed,
punished for rolling good.
You now have a special status effect that I will add to your character.
Uh-oh.
Called dying. Oh.
It's called
All right.
death.
All right. So you guys see Reed just sort of like double over in pain, and you do see that he is bleeding from the eyes, the nose, and the ears.
Hey, Tiernan, Mackenzie.
Yeah, I'll rush over to him. Reed, what happened?
Can I even talk? Am I coherent or cognizant or whatever?
Yeah, you can talk about what happened. It's up to you.
That woman in black pointed at me.
I mean, where do you hurt? What feels wrong?
Everything. And I'll just it's like such pain, and just like double over and probably vomit over the side.
Alright. You now have a special suspect called Woman in Black.
That reminds me of something.
Alright. Irenia says, wait, you said there was a woman. Where?
And I'll just kind of weakly point in front of the carriage, like wherever she was.
Okay, did she run away? Like, where did she go, Reed?
Like, what's the visibility right now? Is there like fog or anything in front of us?
It's actually a relatively clear day after all that rain. And yeah. Did you maybe just see something? Like, are you?
I'm bleeding from the eyes and ears. I'm like, no, I didn't. I show her like the blood. I'm like, did I?
Maybe it was a ghost. Tiernan, get the ghost hunter.
Sure.
Okay.
Agatha.
Agatha is having a heated conversation with Thanlin right now when you approach. And she says, well, we can't be eating all of them, can we? Oh, Tiernan. What's up, boss?
Interesting. Reed over there. He says he saw a woman in black, and his ears, nose, and eyes
The
are bleeding.
woman in black, you say?
Yeah.
Oh, this is terrible. That means that your friend has been marked for death.
Is there like a time limit on this, or is it sort of like a prophecy sort of thing?
Oh, I mean, people generally die, whenever.
Why does everyone tell me I'm gonna die?
She's gonna roll an occultism check real quick.
Wrong system.
Yeah,
listen, buddy.
we're not using it right yet. We're not using it.
Are we having Call of Cthulhu crossover right now?
Listen to me right now. Listen to me right now. Who is the ghost hunter? I think she knows what she's talking about. I think she knows what she's talking about.
All right. I'll let the expert.
Okay. All right. Okay, she says, well, you see, when the woman in black shows herself to you, first, you start to have terrible dreams. Then, you start to turn into a dog. A black dog.
I don't want to
You
turn
turn
into a dog.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. A dog you do. Mm-hmm.
I thought you said it killed them.
Oh, it does. You didn't let me finish, boss. After
Sure.
you become a dog, you come so constipated that you can't take a shit. And eventually, you rupture from the inside.
I'm gonna die from not being able to poop while looking like a dog.
No, it's okay, Reed. Dogs are omnivores. We could just feed you so many, like, prunes and, like, radishes and stuff.
Laxatives in this.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna make you just poop all the time, Reed. Don't worry. And, like, hey, Ismark, if he turns into a dog with constipation, you're going to stimulate his butthole, okay?
Oh, I'm in hell.
Ismark blushes and turns away, staring off into the distance stoically. Tiernan, that's what you do, right? You stimulate the butthole so that the poop comes out.
I am not a veterinarian.
Oh, what do you do for human patients?
We give them laxatives.
Oh, yeah, like radish paste. And if you can
Sure.
get a hold of it, prune juice. Agatha says, toddles over to you. And looking mostly at you, she says, I'm so sorry. It will be a long and painful death. And there's no cure. Except death itself.
I mean, surely someone in... Maybe the abbot can cure this curse.
Yeah, I mean, immediate snapping of fingers. Arena is snapping fingers and patting you on the back, and man, she's like, "Oh, Reed, I used to hate you, but you're like my best friend now. Oh, it's such a good idea. Now we have to go see the abbot."
Couldn't we just try to find this lady in black again and see if there's something we can do there?
Agatha says, "I have just the thing," and she goes to her cart to get her divining rod.
Reed just goes off like, why would anyone want to hurt me? I'm the nicest person. I mean, I don't do anything wrong.
Didn't you let someone get hit for you?
Okay, Darius
I mean-
didn't actually say anything.
All right, I have messaged you, Tiernan, about your passive insight. Okay. She produces her divining rod. She spits on it, rubs the spit into it, has Donkey lick the stick, jams it down into the muddy road, pulls the stick back out, spins in a circle, and starts to walk off the road. Thanlin looks resigned to his fate and follows her.
For crying out loud.
Agatha, where are we going?
You said you wanted to find the lady in black. We have to go quickly while her scent is still fresh.
Maybe she'll show herself again later. I think
Oh,
now,
but if she does, then another one of you will be marked for death.
I
Do
think
you
for
really
now,
want to
maybe we
take that
should
risk?
continue towards town.
Well, you're the boss. She puts the divining rod, cleans it, puts it away, and then waits for you guys to keep moving.
Unless the rest of you would like to go divining.
No.
We should go to town.
Reed, maybe we can find a priest in Vallaki.
Yeah, there's a got to be a Church of the Morning Lord there somewhere, right, Irina?
Yep, there is. That's where we're going to get the holy water from, remember?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, maybe. And
I understand. You've been through an ordeal. It's okay. You're a good boy, Reed. You're a good boy.
Yes, we'll remember you fondly after you're a dog that can't spit.
Do you still want to be called Reed when you are a dog, or do you want, like, a new dog name?
I just glare at everyone with my bleeding eyes.
Our dog was named Mutton, which was kind of a bad name because he ended up getting out, and then the neighbors ate him. But
Just don't let anyone eat me.
We'll put on your headstone, Reed. He was a good boy.
that's good. I like that.
You are all assholes.
All right, you guys continue down the road to Vallaki. See, low rolls aren't always bad. Low rolls aren't always bad. All right. Let's see. Where is my city of Vallaki?
Like in Call of Cthulhu, where you get away without being insane because you never notice the crazy stuff.
Yeah, that's really the meta build. You don't want perception or investigation or occultism in that game. Like, the less stuff you see, the longer you're going to live.
Pretty much, yeah. Let's see. Roleplay, Vallaki, got it.
I mean, sometimes it is fun to build a perceptive person who has a handgun, goes crazy, and shoots a whole party.
All right.
That's never happened before. I don't know what I'm talking about.
All right. Are you guys able to see the cool picture of Vallaki that's appeared on your screen?
I am.
Yeah. All right. Sweet. Let me turn on the lights for it real quick. All right. Okay. So, you guys do finally make it to Vallaki. I'll change the music sound again. Hold on. All right. Okay. Per the adventure, I'm so happy you guys made it here. Oh man, and you're all still alive for the most part. It's like really good.
Just a small curse.
It means a lot to me that you guys are here. I just want to say that this is the hub of the whole campaign. You've left the newbie area, as it were.
Oh, so the tutorial is done.
Yeah.
Great.
So
All right.
the training wheels come off.
All right. Let's
And
see.
now the splash screen Curse of Strahd comes up.
Yeah.
Everything else has just been like, just chilling. Let's see.
Long ass prologue.
Town of Vallaki. Here's the lovely scene to show Vallaki as if you were in a helicopter, which you're not. You're going to be approaching from the east. I'm going to need you to theater the mud. I needed Vallaki to be much bigger than it appears in this picture, but the town itself holds like 3,000 or 4,000 people, like over 3,000 people. So it's very small by the standards of modern human beings, but very big by the standards of Barovia in its current state. Long ago, there were bigger, better cities, but this is pretty much what they've got. The old salvaged road meanders into a valley watched over by dark, brooding mountains to the north and the south. Look, you can see them in the picture. The woods recede, revealing a sullen mountain berg, surrounded by a wooden palisade. Thick fog presses up against this wall, as though looking for a way inside, hoping to catch the town. A slumber. The dirt road ends at a sturdy set of iron gates, and a pair of shadowy figures standing behind them. Planted in the ground and flanking the road outside the gate are a half-dozen pikes with wolves' heads grotesquely impaled upon them. Alright, so I'll take you back to the landing page.
Noticed a big body of water there.
There's a big body, oh. That's Lake Zarvich. So let's see. We need some guards. There we go. Guard number 1 and guard number 2.
Oh, it's a big boy.
It is a big boy. Alright, as you arrive, the shadowy figures call from behind the gate. Also, let me update your calendar too. Let's see. You went to see the ladies. There we go. You went to see the ladies. Then you left the ladies and headed back. Alright, then you camped. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then you probably waited for morning. And then you traveled 6.5 hours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And change. Alright, so it's actually the middle of the day. It's kind of nice. Guess I'll turn on this this fine light. There you go. Oh, everything's better now. Okay. So from behind the gate, you see this well-spoken guard, and he says, "Oi! There's an awful lot of you there. What you doing here then? Hmm? What brings you to Vallaki on this fine, clear day? Let the Morning Lord shine down on you, and know that all will be well."
Kind of nudge Eastmark forward.
Okay. Eastmark says,
Anna will cut him off and say,
Okay.
I'm Anna of Vallaki. This is The Walking Dead, and we are with Irina. I don't remember what her full name is, and Ismark's full name of Barovia. I am returning home, and we have come to return trade between Barovia and Vallaki.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a persuasion. There's a new bumper sticker for you. All right. So, it's not a bad check at all. And it's not nighttime. Okay. The taller guard says, You're gonna need to give me a minute to discuss it with my constituent here. Until then, the gate stays closed. They begin to have a guard huddle. Does anyone try to listen in?
Eric would.
Okay.
No, but Darius is just gonna kind of look around. It seems like this place was gated. He's just kind of, like looking at the defenses of this place.
It is a very well-defended town in an old-timey kind of way. They have a very large, sturdy palisade wall. It explains why the surrounding forest has been deforested. And the gate itself is iron and supported by a sturdy iron band reinforced wooden framework. So it's pretty sturdy overall, and it does seem to go the entire length of the settlement. And there are two little guard towers flanking either side of the gate. And when I say little, I mean, like lifeguard tower, basically, up there.
Do you want to roll for that, Crash?
The wall is 15 feet. Roll for what?
Oh, to listen in.
Oh, yeah. If you want to, give me a perception check to try listening.
All right, I'm going to use attention to detail for advantage on this.
Nice.
Okay. Ooh, okay.
Mm-hmm. This is the largest city in the area, correct?
Oh, yes. I understand if you're feeling a bit overwhelmed. I know I am.
And they still only have a wooden wall. With all the
look at this thing. It's like 15 feet tall, Tiernan. That's incredible.
You have in this world, they haven't built like a stone wall. I mean, the mountains are right
wall. There. It's like far away, Tiernan. It just looks close. The mountain's actually very big, and it's like far away.
I know that, but it means that there's probably good stone around.
All right. I mean,
I don't know. Everything's so dangerous here, and you just have a wall that.
Well, there used to be a mining town, but it's gone now. It was wiped out by the werewolves. The werewolf.
No reason to have a better wall than just wood.
Who is going to make a mine if they're going to be killed by werewolves, Tiernan?
Wait, why would werewolves attack a mining town?
Because they don't like silver, and you find silver when you're mining.
Oh, so it was.
Well, first off, a mine and a quarry are very different things.
Okay, well, sure, but I don't know. Like, the quarry, that's where they cut up the rocks, right?
Right.
Yeah, that was part of the town.
So there was. So there was.
I guess.
No, he does have a point, but so there was a supply of silver at one point.
Yes, of course. I mean, where do you think all the coins and stuff came from?
Well, I mean, that's obvious.
How recently was the mine wiped out?
Anna, go ahead and give me a history check. All right. You know that there were a number of other settlements across Barovia. And that it wouldn't be unusual for there to be a mining town, but maybe the disconnect between life and death and life again, you can't actually recall the name of the town.
So it's not the one that got destroyed.
No, that would be Berez, which was all about rice farming and stuff like that. Yeah. All right. Anyways, you listen in, Eric, and you hear the guards say, "Oh, but I think I'll remember. That is Eastmark. What was that last name that they said? Polyanovich. That is definitely the name of the. That's definitely the name of the burgomaster. Yeah, the burgomaster. And the short guard is kind of tapping his helmet like it will activate more brain power. The taller guard says, "Oi, I don't be caring about any of that. I need to know, if we let them in, are we going to get in trouble with the boss? Then the smaller guard says, well, if we let them in, but they go right to the burger... Hey, I know what to do. And then the other one says, oh, you know what to do? And he says, yep. Just keep them distracted. I'll go get Isaac. And the little guy runs off. Alright. Tall guard returns to the gate and says, oh, so, tell me about your travels. How did it go on the way here, huh?
It rained a lot.
Did it now? Oh, why don't you tell me in great detail about how it rained? I'd love to hear it.
Reed interrupts.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Did we notice that they're stalling? I mean, this guy seems pretty obvious.
You could draw that
Alright.
conclusion probably.
Yeah, so Reed goes, look, we are here with the son and daughter of the burgomaster of Barovia Village. Let us in.
Boy, hey, watch your tone there. I got a job to do here, and that's keeping this town safe from miscreants and bandits and those who would bring down the general joyfulness of our community.
And part of keeping that town safe is keeping abreast of current events. Would you not want to hear from the son and daughter of the burgomaster themselves about what is going on in the valley?
Oh, that's certainly something that I would like to know. Why don't you tell me all about it? And he leans against the gate, ready to listen.
That information is privy to the burgomaster, as you are sure are well aware.
Oh, well, maybe you want to practice with me,
Right.
And then when you're ready to talk to the burgomaster, you'll be rehearsed.
Reed's gonna go full Karen.
Okay.
What is your name, sir?
Oh, my name. You'd like
Because-
to know that, wouldn't you?
Because I'm sure the burgomaster would like to know when we speak to him, finally, that we were delayed by the guard at the east gate,
Oh, yeah?
who did not defer to rank and propriety.
Well,
So
this
in
guard's
this-
name is Michael, and this particular guard is doing his job. So you know what? You're just gonna have to sit tight, and when my boss gets here, he'll sort you out.
I cannot wait to speak to your manager.
Also, didn't you leave like 3 days ago, Grandma? And he seems to be talking to Agatha. And Agatha says, oh, yes, I headed out, ghost hunting, but I've been hired by these adventurers. Have you heard of The Walking Dead? And then she begins to engage him and tell him everything that you've told her that she's overheard. Like the worst town gossip. She's just spilling all your beans. And he says, oh, The Walking Dead, huh? You know, I always liked murder minions. I thought that was a good one. And so they're just kind of talking back and forth, and he doesn't seem to care about your Karen display at all. But you can give me a persuasion or intimidation. But it will have to be very high, because this guy works for a very scary guy. Oof. Alright, it's pretty good. You see that your words are haunting him, and he is trying his best to play it off like it doesn't bother him. But Michael, the guard, is a bit nervous. Alright, do you guys wait it out for the boss to show up? Eric, do you let them know what they were talking about, or...?
Oh, definitely.
Oh, okay. Alright. After about, if you're willing to wait, 10 minutes, the smaller guard returns, and with him is a very big man. This is a Darius Ismark-sized man that is coming back with them. And probably 6'8", several hundred pounds. He is a mass of muscle and burn scars. He wears sort of a brigandine-style armor and a lot of reds, a lot of black enamel. His chin seems to have been reconstructed with iron, and the iron has given way to rust, and the skin around this prosthetic jaw looks a bit necrotic. The eyes of this man are sharp and seem to be taking in every detail of their surroundings. The man carries with him a battle axe, and it is in a sheath on his back within easy reach. The most unusual thing about the man is his left arm, which is oversized for his body and proportioned more like a gorilla. It is massive and long. Instead of being covered in skin or fur, it is covered in red, blotted, patchy skin and scales. You can see the veins pressed against the skin by the musculature underneath seem to glow with a white or yellow light as steaming hot blood pumps through them. The hand at the end of the arm ends in large muscular fingers tipped with black shiny claws. The hand is so large that it almost kind of drags behind him.
Darius looks at Ismark like, what the fuck are they feeding these guys?
Ismark looks at Darius and just kind of like nods like, this is starting to look like it's not going to be an easy time at all.
No, it is not.
Alright, the guy says, open the gates, now! And the two guards go, and the gate rises up. And Isaac Strahd stands before you and says, I am Isaac Strahd. I am the captain of the guard for the town of Vallaki. The morning Lord shine upon you and know in your heart that all will be well. And as he says that, the two guards go, all will be well. Aye. And he says, my man here tells me that you are some people of importance. Or at least some of you are. What is your business here in Vallaki? You will tell me.
Darius will step up. We come from Barovia. Anna is one of your citizens. She wanted to come home. We came with her. And Ismark and Irina are the children of the Burgomaster of Barovia.
As you point to them, he looks to them. He looks at Ismark, and the look on his face is, you recognize it, Darius. He's calculating, how fast could I kill that man? And then he looks at Irina, and let's see, does your character have any sort of insight?
Nope, not
okay.
any insight.
All right, I'm assuming with the introduction of Isaac Strahd, everyone is probably watching Isaac Strahd. Is that fair?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It's hard to miss them.
Okay, then I would say that. Okay, Reed and Tiernan, with your insight, you realize that when Isaac sees Irina, his heart essentially like stops beating, like he is like freeze frame, like shattering a glass kind of thing. And Darius, as you continue talking, it seems that Isaac is no longer paying attention to what you're saying.
I step in front of Irina.
All right. As you step in front of Irina, he scowls at you, Reed, and with your insight, you know that he will eventually kill you. Darius, Isaac turns his attention back to you, and he says, I'm sorry, can you go over that again? The Burgomaster's children.
He'll narrow his eyes, just give it a very half shrug. And Ismark and Irina wanted to come to Vallaki to request assistance.
I see. They want assistance from the Burgomaster.
Yes.
Our burgomaster.
Yes. And we accompanied them.
How fortunate for you. I work for Baron Vargas Valakovich, as I am the captain of the guard. But I also live with him, for he is my adopted father.
How lucky.
I will take you to him. Right now. I think he would very much like to meet you.
Since we've been on the road for a while, can we get situated first?
That is a good idea. It is still early enough in the day. Why don't you make your way over to the tavern? See if they have any rooms for you. And then I will send a man for you, inviting you to dinner.
It's with everyone wanting dinner. Fine. Sounds good.
It sounds more than good. Who am I addressing? I like your strength.
Darius.
Darius. That is a good name. I see that you have lost something, Darius. I too lost something. And he flexes his fucking demon arm. He says, as a child there was a terrible accident. My arm was burned away. But my service to the community, I think, impressed the powers that be. I woke one day in my late teens with this blessing. And he flexes his demon gorilla arm, and you see flames kind of form and like travel up and down the arm. The fire tried to unmake me, and now it is a part of me. I wonder, Darius, if some blessing waits for you as well.
I can't lie. I'm impressed.
Well, don't worry. As long as you keep the peace, you will be safe and sound. Yeah. I'll have this man here explain to you the rules so that you do not endanger yourselves. And I will go alert the burgomaster that he is having guests for dinner. It is all of you, or just some of you? I would assume these two. He points to Irenia and Ismark.
They're with us. So yeah.
Alright.
I think he's just gonna say, as he's kind of just walking off, don't worry, I have no intention of causing trouble.
Yes, but trouble seems to find outsiders, doesn't it?
Well, then we deal with it.
Alright. So the guards were very nervous when Isaac was here. You get the feeling that he might be a tough boss. But now that he has wandered off, Tall Guard regains his courage and says, alright. So I'm gonna run you through all the rules that there are for Vallaki so that you don't get yourselves into trouble. Under Baron Vargas Valakovich, Vallaki has the following laws in place. None shall speak the name of the devil aloud or carry written documents bearing his name. To speak his name is to summon his attention or presence. You must speak of him only as the devil, while within proximity thereof the town of Vallaki and its holdings. Everyone on board for that one? Does anybody have any? No? Nothing? Okay. Then he's going to say, none may speak ill of the Baron or his festivities, nor any documents that present either in an ill light. happiness is everything here, and we don't want anyone messing that up. If you are found causing such malicious unhappiness, there will be punishments, to be sure. All visitors and residents shall assist with the festivals. This includes the preparations and the cleanup of said festivals. And these duties will rotate through the general public on a random basis, in a manner similar to jury duty. So if you ain't staying long, then you shouldn't have to worry about it. Oh, yes. Pet laws. Any harm to domesticated animals will be met with severe punishment. We love our puppies, kitties, and ponies here in Vallaki, so don't get any ideas about hurting them or eating them.
And what about the wolves? Was that...
Oh! Wolves ain't dogs! They're monsters!
And the steaks?
Oh, you're talking about these lovely pikes. Yeah, well, you just missed our last celebration. A real shame. It was a banger. It was a real good time.
A howling good time?
Oh, that's a good one. I think you're gonna get along real nice here in our little community.
That's the plan.
Here's your punishments. Hold on. I don't want you to make sure that you have all the information before you head out to the town. Anyone charged with breaking these laws is charged with malicious unhappiness and will be sentenced from anywhere between 2 to 12 days of public humiliations in the stocks. It's real bad. You don't want that to happen. The length of a criminal's stay in the stocks depends on the severity of the crime and the intent of the offender. Now, let's talk about the greater crimes. Theft and public brawling are punished with 4 to 24 days of public humiliation in the stocks, with the length of your stay changing depending on the severity and the intent. Any sort of lethal harm to others or domesticated animals, while rare, is subject to a public hanging from the gallows of the town square. While you're waiting for your sentence, you will be in the stocks being humiliated along with everyone else. And oh yes, finally, any sort of theft from the Baron's estate, repeated minor offenses, or major injuries to civilians of great import will be punished by exile into the wilderness of Svalvich Woods, where you, of course, will be eaten alive by the druids or the werewolves. All right, well, welcome to Vallaki! And they step out of the way so you can enter the town.
Thanks.
All right. As you enter, Irenia whispers to you guys, well, that seems pretty good, like, there's nothing we really, I mean, how are we going to break any of those laws, you know? Like, we're all pretty happy, except for Eric, but, you know.
Oh, sure, nobody cursed here.
Well, I don't think cursing was on the list of things you're not allowed to do, Reed. I guess you're not allowed to curse at the Baron or the festivals, but...
No, that's... Never mind.
You'll be fine.
Bleeding from the eyes and the ears. Tiernan, that's not natural, right? I don't even wait for a response.
I mean,
yeah,
disease is natural. There's some diseases that make that happen. They're technically natural.
Yeah, and so is losing a hand to a fucking ghoul lady.
Okay,
now, come on, let's go. Let's go.
Yes.
So that would be unnatural.
Let's just go.
All right. So things that your NPCs would know. The best, possibly only, inn in town is the Blue Water Inn. And let's see. The burgomaster's name is Baron Vargas Vallaki. And he comes from an old family, one of the original founding families of Barovia when Strahd came here and colonized it, essentially. Let's see. Would they know anything else about it? Well, there should be shops and experts providing most industries. So I guess the question here is, from the Eastern Gate, where would you like to go next?
Ooh, Tiernan, how much gold do we have?
How much gold?
Yeah.
I mean, I have.
Because I don't know, have we didn't split out what we have.
I have 19 gold and 52 silver on me.
From your current position, you are on sort of a market street. There is a blacksmith, and there is an area labeled the Arisek Stockyard, and that seems to be a like a farmer's market kind of situation, where they have a bunch of shops and stalls and things like that set up, selling all manner of goods.
Should we find Anna's family's home? Maybe we can stay there for free.
I think it's been a while, but we can try.
That's an excellent idea. She'll go
Can we-
look for her house.
Can I
Okay.
get 5 gold first?
If you come across a recipe for a hand axe, do you also buy that?
Sure, but I'm looking for some healing supplies.
I think maybe we could sell off some of that thing that we found at the church or the bridge.
I bet we could get a good price for that silver hairbrush too.
I think
You
Darius
also
kind
sell
of like
the
turned. I mean, that's also a thing. Darius kind of just like turns to Mackenzie. It's like, I think we need to take care of that arm.
She winces, but smiles at you and says, "Yeah, I don't know how much longer I can go. I think we're almost at a point where we're gonna have to re-break it."
Yeah, we need to stock up on healers kits.
Yeah,
That's for
that was my intention. Get some supplies, then I guess look for Anna's family. If we can't find that, then go to this inn and try and get situated before this whole dinner party is. Yo, Ismark, what is up with people wanting to have dinners?
I mean, dinner is nice. It's nice to have some food, and it's communal. And if you're hosting someone, then you're in like the position of power, So, and then there's like ancient customs where you feel safe because guest hospitality and things like that. All right, so you guys kind of linger, maybe walk through the farmer's market on your way to Anna's, or at least where Anna believes that they live or used to live, or do you just beeline it straight for there?
Well, I guess if we're in the market, do we see anything that looks like an apothecary or something like that?
Yes, there are many people setting up places of business, and there is an apothecary as well. Let's see. The apothecary. Where's this dude at? Oh, there's so many people in this fucking town. Let's see.
It's almost like it's the largest town in this game.
All right. So, as you head into the alchemist shop, located, in the shops that are kind of ringing the farmer's market, you would see the shop. It does have like a little sign outside. It says apothecary. You guys head inside, or a couple of you head inside?
Darius
Yeah.
definitely
Okay.
goes.
Great.
Yeah.
All right. So as you head in the apothecary shop, you see a man with just the biggest, well-tended mushroom mustache. Jesus Christ. That you've ever seen. The shelves are lined with mushrooms and other herbal reagents. There are jars and vials and flasks of chemicals and other compounds. The shop has a potpourri of sweet and sour, rotten and acrid scents sort of wafting through the air. There is a lingering haze, almost like an incense, that makes it a bit cloudy and a bit greasy as well. You notice that the sign out front said Stefanovic and Sons, but you do not see anyone in the shop except for this guy. So wherever his sons are, they are not here. All right. As you enter and the bell tinkles, the man looks over at you, his mustache swinging from the weight of its gloriousness, and he says, "Oh, who do we have here? Huh? Let's see who's coming in. Oh, there's a lot of you. Oh, well, it's a small shop. Please do not break anything, huh? Be very careful. You break it, you buy it, huh? So what do you need? What can I do for you?"
And we'll go down the shopping list of the things that could potentially be bought here.
Okay, fair
that
enough.
That are needed.
That are needed. This guy sells basic pitch healing potions. He sells healing draughts or draughts. He also sells supplies for like essentially refills for healers kits and healers kits. Sells herbalism kits. He sells. I really should just set up a shop for these peeps, honestly. Yeah, that probably would have been better. Foundry actually supports that shit too. All right, so next week I'll for sure have these guys set up with actual shops. I was like, yeah, I've got everything done for Vallaki, but these are the little special details that could be added in.
Always something small that gets missed.
Yeah. So basically, this guy sells low-grade potions and the kits and materials used to buy. Used to perform those sorts of things. So herbalism and alchemy specifically, and he also sells books that contain the essentially introduction recipes for the different alchemical and herbalist paths that you might be able to take. Ownership of such a book would then give you access to all of those entry-level recipes. Those books are a bit pricey at 10 gold pieces each. The other stuff that he is selling, though, is being sold at a quote-unquote fair market value. That does mean that these healing potions are 50 gold pieces each. This is a man who seems to have two different types of clients. Your average everyday people that are just here for panaceas and aspirin and things like that, and then people that are maybe looking for a bit more exotic, a bit more expensive. He, judging the group that you're with, assumes that you are adventurers or mercenaries, and he kind of starts the sales pitch more towards the end of the higher end stuff as well. Are you guys receptive to any of those things, or?
I think
Just wanted to make sure. Oh, go
sorry. No, go ahead.
I just wanted to make sure that we weren't going to get ripped off, and this was appropriate stuff that we could use.
Yep, everything here seems clean, organized, and fairly priced.
Would he be interested in buying the incense, 100 candles, or 2 sets of traveling clothes that we have?
He would take a look at the incense for sure, and he would be willing to give you 50% of its value, or 60% of its value as store credit.
Oh, fucking 60% is store credit.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
It's
So
40
how much?
gold with incense.
Oh, damn. Okay.
And it's got 15.
So that would be what, 24 gold in store credit you now have.
Sweet.
All right. He says, this incense is It's well aged. There's a. He kind of like takes a little pinch in his fingers and rubs together and like smells it. And his mustache kind of bristles. And he says, "There is a darkness to it."
Isn't there with everything these days?
There's a lingering scent of the mist as well. Are you willing to tell me where you came by this?
No.
He puts a finger to his nose and says, "Professionals. You wouldn't happen to be practitioners of the alchemical or herbalist arts, would you?"
I'm a burgeoning alchemist, you might say.
Burgeoning. Well, I have just the thing for you. And he gives you the sales pitch for his 10 GP starter's guides. And then he says,
I know a few of those recipes already. I don't know if it's worth the full 10 for me.
well, books are very rare and very valuable here in Barovia.
What if I trade you the recipes that I have?
But you just told me they're already in the books.
You get a discount towards the book.
Hmm,
Then you have another recipe that you can sell just a la carte.
I
That
see.
That you can sell by itself.
You saved me the trouble of writing it down.
Precisely.
I was more in the market for things that you know how to make that I might not. And I might be willing to trade such information.
Know how to make a healing draft and a potion of healing.
I see. Well, you could use your store credits and learn so many more secrets. And he Vanna White motions at the bookshelf.
It is very tempting.
So, sorry, question. We would not actually be like completely removing these recipes from us. We would just be giving them essentially a copy of this, right?
I mean, yeah, it's a piece of paper. So once you learn it, you're good as long as you have a copy of it in your recipes book or you keep a written copy of it. I guess if you had keen mind, you could argue that as long as you make that item every 30 days, you would remember how to make that item. But it's probably better to just have everything written down. Yeah, these aren't like spell scrolls where once you learn the recipe, the fucking piece of paper explodes and magical sparkles and stuff like that.
Okay, because I'm looking at the potion of climbing and heroism as possible trade, but I don't want to give those up if those go away.
No. It would be like wizards with their spell books. He would be copying. Yeah, he would be copying it down and being like, "Oh, okay," kind of thing.
Yeah. Well.
I think that's a good offer.
If those recipes aren't part of what he has already.
All right. He knows how to make a potion of climbing. He does not know how to make a potion of heroism. He's very excited about that. He says, "Let me copy that spell, and I will give you, I will give you 10 gold pieces of store credit."
Perfect.
All right. He says, "It's going to take me a bit to make sure I double check all of the formula and make sure that everything is what it needs to be. Is one of you willing to wait here while I copy it down?"
Yeah, I'll wait.
Okay. All right. And so, yeah, you got this guy. For convenience sake, after I get a list of what he officially has and doesn't have, I will post it, and then you guys can say that you timey-wimey were able to make the purchase while you were here.
I'm gonna add 34 gold apothecary store credit to the treasure.
Sounds good.
Cabinet.
All right.
Yeah. Because if we can get a couple of, because if healers kits are 5, we can get a couple of full refills for what Tiernan and Mackenzie have, as well as also get a little bit extra just to heal up her arm.
Yeah, because I've still got a broken foot too. Because when I tried to set it, we didn't make it DC.
All right.
While they're waiting, I'm going to spend a healing surge towards my broken hand.
Oh, okay. Let's see. All right, so you guys head out of the apothecary. Again, there are a number of shops here. There's a Bower Fletcher. There is a leather worker and Skinner. There's sort of a general goods sort of farmers market area where you could purchase most of the things from the player's handbook. Anything in the player's handbook that is 50 gold pieces or less, that is not a potion or magical, essentially, would be available through just the farmers market. It's just a random selection of merchants and vendors and stuff like that. The more specialized vendors in the town would be the blacksmith, the tanner, who is the kind of Skinner and leather worker, the alchemist who you just met. There is a clothier run by twin brothers, and they kind of specialize in all manner of clothing, including travel and exploration clothes, and so on and so forth. And yeah, those are kind of the main. Oh, and there is a toy store in the town that is actually famous / infamous, as you kind of overhear this in the marketplace. But it is on the other side of town, and it definitely caters to patrons who have an interest in the unusual, or want to spoil / scare their children. Is the reputation of that? It's called Blinsky's Toys. All right. So from here, you would try and find your old home. And let's see what we got for you, Anna. All right. Heading from the Airsex stockyard, you make your way into the town square. And in the town square, let's see. There we go. I got some flavor text for you about the town square. And let's see. Church. Hold on. This place is so freaking big. Alright, hold on. Alright. So, the shops and homes that enclose the town square are all decorated with limp, tattered garlands and painted wooden boxes filled with tiny dead flowers. At the north end of the square stands a row of stocks, locked into which are several men, women, and children wearing crude plaster donkey heads. In the center of the square, peasants in patchwork clothing eye you suspiciously as they use cups and vases to draw water from the crumbling stone fountain. Standing tall in the center of the fountain is a gray statue of an impressive man facing west. All around the square are posted proclamations, and they seem to be tattered from the elements, the ink runny from rain, and they are being pulled down by men and women and guards, and new flyers are being pasted up or hammered up onto posts to replace them. One of the billets kind of blows across the square, and grabbing a hold of it, you see that it says, in that sort of wormy, crawling alphabet that seems to form itself into words that you can understand, come one, come all to the greatest celebration of the year, the Wolf's Head Jamboree. Attendants and children required. Pikes will be provided. All will be well. The Baron. And looking around, you do see that a lot of the iconography on the pennants and the banners and things like that seems to be sort of the House Stark, like wolf head kind of symbol. It's sort of an stylized wolf head done up in like old-timey heraldry, and it might explain the piked up wolf heads that you saw on the road leading to town.
Okay, so this seems like party cleanup that people are doing.
Correct. Now, the new billets that are being put up say, come one, come all, to the greatest celebration of the year, the Festival of the Blazing Sun. Attendance and children required, rain or shine, all will be well. The Baron. And you see that the iconography for this one is ye old medieval smiling sun. So just like a sun with a big smiling box of Raisin Bran smile on his face.
And that's how emojis were invented.
Yeah. So you do see over here at the gallows and the stocks that there are those people, and there are people that are harassing them. You see that there are 3 men, 2 women, and 2 boys that are all locked in the stocks, and there's a crowd of people that is throwing rotten fruit at them, and taunting them, yelling at them. Some are throwing debris at the people, and one particular peasant gets pretty rowdy, and he says, "Oi, you're probably pretty thirsty, aren't you? Here, I got a drink for you." And he whips out his dong and he pisses all over this child. The child screams inside the donkey head mask that they're wearing, but it is so big and awkward that they are unable to get away from such things. No one seems to be doing anything about it.
Yeah. Do you guys want to stop Darius? Because he's about to stomp over there.
There's the donkey heads, but imagine them made out of paper mache. Yeah.
Reed tries the diplomatic approach.
Okay.
Oi! Trying to get attention of the crowd in general.
Okay. They turn. The man turns, and as he turns, his wiener turns, and he's just peeing on the ground now. And then he finishes up. He tucks it away. You hear the child sobbing inside the donkey head.
That is somebody's child. That's somebody's daughter, sister, brother.
Oh, and what of it? Huh? They're here because they have malicious unhappiness.
And
so their job is to make us happy now.
But aren't your actions causing others to experience malicious unhappiness?
One of the older people in the crowd says that is, these are criminals. They don't get to be happy. Maybe they'll learn from their mistakes, and the next time that they can be happy, they will make the right choice, huh? Together we make sure all be well. And then all of the people who aren't wearing donkey heads shout, "All will be well."
With the light of the Morning Lord, would he be happy with your actions? Would your mother be happy with your actions?
Oh man! All right, they start to mumble a bit and look a bit admonished. And then the guy who pissed on the kid said,
"Oh, hey, listen, we're just trying to have a little fun, huh? Why don't you just fuck off?"
Well, then I hope you never end up in the stocks.
Yeah, it ain't gonna happen. But if you're some kind of priest, you should be heading on over to the chapel, eh? If you're here to help enforce a little bit of joy for our community, well, line on up, grab some fruit. Otherwise, shove off, huh?
I can think of a few things that'll make me happy. Darius is just staring at this dude.
Okay. I would like intimidate from Darius and a persuasion from Reed. Okay. The villagers kind of look at Darius, but they live in a town with Isaac Strasny, so they're just kind of like, meh. But
fair.
Reed, your words of admonishment, because the Morning Lord, he's maybe a little Catholic. They all start to look a little guilty, and then they all kind of decide, hey, it's getting on in the day, huh? Let's go and grab ourselves around, huh? Or get back to work. We don't need to stick around here anymore. And so the other people are like, that is a good idea, let's go. And they all begin to stomp past you guys and leave. All right, you still hear the sad sobs from the donkey mask, and you hear one of the donkeys say, muffled by the donkey mask, "No, hey, no tears. Don't give them the satisfaction."
I ask Ismark for like his water skin, and if he gives it to me, I go and try to rinse off the donkey head a little bit.
Okay. As you splash the water onto the child,
it's just water. It's clean water.
okay. I mean, they can't go anywhere. They're trapped in the stocks. But yeah, okay.
I just wonder if it's not more piss. You know?
Okay. As you say water, they say, I'm so thirsty, sir. Can you please take off this mask? I can have some water.
I'm sorry, I can't.
I'm so sorry, but I was messed up. I thought it would be funny. I thought it would be a funny joke, and it would help spread happiness. I didn't mean for this to happen. Please. I'm from the orphanage. I'm from the orphanage. Could you at least tell them what happened to me? Tell them so they're not mad. They don't want them to think they ran away and give away my room.
Hey, stay strong. I don't know how long you're gonna be there, but we'll tell the others that you're okay and that you'll be back. You just gotta keep a stiff upper lip. Alright?
Upper lip. Okay.
Judging from the size, this kid can't be more than like 9.
Oh man.
And the other kid looks roughly the same size.
Is there a way to like kind of let them have a sip of water without taking the mask off?
Alas, you would have to take the mask off.
Yeah, I tell them I'm so sorry, but we will bring word to the orphanage.
And just a cursory glance. They're guards in this
Oh
square.
yeah. Yep, there are some
Yeah.
guard. Yep.
I try not to do anything that's gonna, you
Yeah.
know, rile the guards. So I don't touch the mask. I just wash it off with piss.
And since you guys are outsiders, there are of course like when you're like a teenager and you go into any store. Yeah.
Immediately.
Yep.
Yeah, this guard has been hammering the same billet for like 5 minutes. But just watching you guys.
As he's just occasionally turns his head, looks, and then turns
Yeah.
back to the billet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Eric's gonna get off the platform.
Okay.
This place kind of sucks.
And I look at him and kind of wink and go, no, this is the happiest place on earth.
The happiest place on earth is Disney. This ain't it.
Well, I mean, I do see people wearing mascot heads. Come on, let's
I
find Anna's
couldn't
place.
find any like paper mache. But if you've ever seen like a paper mache mask, it's
So
like
it's like
raw
a
horror. It's like
horrible-
raw
yeah.
horror. Yeah, it's just horror fuel. It's just the worst. The closest thing I can think of is the Pet Cemetery remake, where the children would wear like the little paper mache animal masks and dance around in the woods and all that jazz. Like it's just so scary. Like sadly, this is the best representation I could have in case you had to have a mini for them. But yeah, it's horrifying. All right, so you guys leave the town square and continue towards Anna's house.
Yeah.
Okay.
I give Eastmark his water skin back, obviously.
All right. Eastmark stops and fills it up at the fountain before you guys leave because he's very practical. All right. Oh, I'm so dumb. The apothecary is actually in a different place. Oh well. I'll say that you after the town hall or the town square, then you hit the apothecary. All right, beautiful. So
God damn it! I've been quiet the whole time because I was at the fucking apothecary.
Oh, very, very nice, very nice. All right, well, it all works out in the end. Maybe it was the apothecary's farmer's market shop, and then his actual place of business. Yeah, that works. That works. All right.
Yeah, the pop-up
we
shop.
met him at the farmer's market shop, and then
Yeah.
followed him back to his place.
To his place. Which is a
So you
really
can
smart
talk-
move in a Curse of Strahd campaign, is to go off on your own with a new NPC that you've met. So.
Exactly, and sure nothing bad can ever happen.
All right. So you actually are in the same neighborhood where Anna's family used to live. Anna, you give me a history check. This is just to represent that long time has passed. Okay. You're pretty sure you have found the house. It is a small like townhouse in a long row of homes, and you are confident that this is the one.
We'll go up and knock.
Okay. All right. So Anna, this is totally up to you as the player. What was the name of your father?
Lucas.
Lucas. Okay. All right. So your family was pretty poor. They could not afford surnames, as far as I know. So unless Anna doesn't have a last name, right? No. Okay. So you would then just ask by your father's name essentially. So you arrive. You go up to the door. You knock. Okay. Eventually, someone answers the door. It is a young mother. She is holding a child. The child is asleep, and she opens the door, and she looks at all of you, and she's immediately very scared and starts to close the door.
Just one moment, woman. I am Anna Vallaki. I'm Lucas's daughter. I used to live here. Does it still...
You used to live here?
Yeah.
Oh, when? My family has, my husband's family has owned this house for, at least 2 generations.
Well, she will drop some events, or I guess from when she was last here, to see if she can kind of gauge how long that was.
Oh, that man is no longer the burgomaster. He's what, great grandson is now the burgomaster? Are you sure you're okay? That would have been like 200 years ago.
I've been gone for some time.
Well, some time is quite a statement. I'm not going to invite you in, and you can hear like the chain being like set like on the door. She kind of peeks through the crack, and she says, "I'm very sorry, but this house is not for you anymore. I would like to ask you to go, please."
She will fume, but let her close the door.
Okay.
I invite you to leave.
Yeah. You hear all of the various locks kind of going up, curtains redrawn, like the whole thing.
Okay, she turns to the group and is very flustered, red-faced, and says, "I don't know what to do."
I mean, Anna, we knew it. It's been a while. Let's go to the inn.
Maybe
Sure, it's a
we
lovely
can
place.
Maybe we can come back and maybe it'll be a little bit hospitable next time.
All right. We'll say that the exploration of the town square, going over to and finding Anna's house, and that, just serendipitously, you hear a dink-a-dink sound as Tiernan exits the apothecary, and Tiernan, you see your allies across the street.
What wonderful timing!
All right, so you guys.
How many healers kits do we want me to buy?
Oh,
I guess we have to wait for Crash to decide how much he has. Never mind. Yeah, we're gonna do that next week.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
In
I mean, for sure he would have at least 3 on hand. Possibly
all
more.
3.
Okay. All right. So now the question is, do you head over to the inn, which is actually right down this the lane that you're currently on, with a couple of turns and twists, but.
On the way, I'd be on the lookout for a clothing store where we can, pawn the ivory hairbrush.
Okay. Let's see. There was mention of a clothier's shop. It is located near the toy store,
Perfect.
which is past the inn. So the toy store, the clothier, and the inn are kind of near each other. All right. So you start heading there, and you see the inn off in the distance. Let me see if there's a cool scene for the inn. Blue Water Inn. Aw, what a cozy little place. Alright. So, yeah. You see the Blue Water Inn off in the distance. Alright, the Blue Water Inn. Gray smoke issues from the chimney of this large 2-story wooden building with a stone foundation and sagging tile roof, upon which several ravens have perched. A painted wooden sign hanging above the main entrance depicts a blue waterfall. Alright, it's about 1:30, maybe more in the afternoon. So there would be people in there, I guess, kind of enjoying a late lunch, but it wouldn't be as busy as like dinner time or evening hours. So you do hear kind of a hustle and bustle coming from within. You guys head inside?
Sure.
All right. Let's see. Okay. We'll swap out the music. Let's see. We'll probably just do a top-down so you can kind of get a sense of the layout and things like that. And I'll just need to change a couple of things because it wouldn't be this crowded yet. Maybe though. Let's see. Alright. Yeah, sure, that works. We'll get rid of all of these people. Alright. And when I paste, who do I paste? Oh, nope. I pasted the old lady in her cart. I guess they'd be with you too. Hold on. I'll grab you guys.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the carts have been with us the whole time, haven't they?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, and there's plenty of room in the streets to navigate with your carts and stuff. So, let's see. Grab you guys. There we go. And head on over to the inn. I've run a lot of campaigns with a lot of maps, but generally with like a big city, I've never had this much map support. I almost feel like it's too much map support, to a certain extent. But I feel bad not using the maps because like they're really good. So, all right, I'll drag you guys over here.
You are overflowing with support.
Yeah, exactly. It's a nice feeling. Alright. And I guess Eastmark is just dead because he got pasted so far out of bounds that I cannot select him, so. Alright. So, here is the entrance. There are ravens all about. And, yeah, as you guys are heading towards the door, it opens, and a mysterious woman steps out. She is dressed all in black leather, and she has a dagger on her hip and a pretty serious look on her face. Her dark hair kind of blows in the wind. She eyeballs all of you, and she nods and sort of walks off.
Before she walks off, is that
Oh.
the same leather armor that Tiernan and I saw in the tree?
It is not the same, but it is very similar in make and look. All right, so she kind of heads out, and I guess the door kind of closes behind her. And as it did, you heard the sounds of a tavern, of laughter and boisterousness and music and all of that.
Oh, could we get a PC bot?
Oh yeah, sure. Can you not see or?
Well, let me
Oh,
try.
for red,
I don't
for
think
red,
I can see through it, yeah.
Oh, my bad. All right. Okay. And I guess since I killed Eastmark, I'll drag a new Eastmark in. You guys also see, along with all the other ravens, there is a raven with blue wingtips up in the tree here, watching you guys.
Well, at least we know they don't all have blue wings.
Yeah, the rest of them look like very creepy. For sure.
I'll wave to our friend.
Okay. It caws at you, and just hops up and down on the branch. All right. As you open the door and head inside, let's see. All right. Damp cloaks hang from pegs in the entrance portico. The tavern is packed with tables and chairs, with very narrow paths meandering between them. A bar stretches along one wall, under a balcony that can be reached by a wooden staircase that hugs the north wall. Another balcony overhangs an entrance to the east. All the windows are fitted with thick shutters and crossbars. Lanterns hanging above the bar and resting on the tables bathe the room in a dull orange light and cast shadows upon the walls, most of which are adorned with wolf heads mounted on wooden plaques. You see in here there is a guard nursing a drink over at the bar. There is another guy wearing black leather armor and looking very mysterious. There are two dudes that look like they hunt a lot. And there are a bunch of commoners kind of going to and fro. Their music is coming from a pretty striking man. He has sort of a strawberry blonde hair and a very sort of effeminate like kind of manner and dress to him. Lots of bangles, jewelry, that sort of thing. It kind of his outfit kind of looks like something you saw at the Vistani camp, but different enough that you don't think that this guy is a Vistani. And he seems to be playing a dulcimer in his lap, just kind of making music. And waiting tables is a striking woman with dark black hair, black eyes, and purity and balance in her steps. She takes a moment as she's moving about to check on a young boy who is kind of hanging out by the fire, reading a book, and she tousles his hair in a motherly way and continues moving about the common room. Behind the bar, you see an old and serious man, maybe in his early 40s, and he is tending the bar and pouring drinks and all of that good stuff. When he sees you come in, he gives you a kind of a bro nod, and then his kind of mean-looking face breaks into a smile, and he says, travelers, it has been a long time. Come in, please. Hang your cloaks to dry by the fire, and find yourself a seat. I'm sure Richard has some room at his table, don't you, Richard? And you see an old man at this table. He has one eye and a scraggly beard. He stinks of shit and alcohol, and his one eye is bright blue and bleary as it looks over at all of you. He lets out a long, low burp and then a long, wet fart. And he says, sure. Yeah, sure. Take a seat, I don't care.
Perhaps we take the empty round table?
I think there's a table to the north as well.
Yeah, that's I think the way. Yeah, okay. So you guys head over there.
I mean, there's one down here to the south, and there's one up. It looks like one up here to the north. So I guess we can go for either.
All right. The drunk dude, he's just like, shoot yourself. All right. The bard ? It moves out of the way, and this guy is actually at the table over here.
Oh, then yeah, we'll totally take that.
Yeah. So that table is completely open. As you approach, this guy continues playing and says, travelers, nice to see you.
You're from away? Outsiders? Sorry if that comes across as too nosy. I'm just an outsider myself, and so I'm just curious.
Yes, we just recently arrived in Vallaki.
Oh, so the mist got you.
I'll just give a silent nod.
Yeah, got me too. Got me too. Trying to make the best of it.
How long have you been here then?
Oh, going on 3 weeks now, I think. Been through 2 festivals. Let me tell you, quite an experience.
Do you know? Oh fuck! What's the name? Who's? Oh my god! Never mind. Gotta forget his name.
All right.
Descriptions. What do you got?
Guy that works for Strahd.
Vasily?
On hold.
Vasily. Yes, Von Holtz. Do you know?
Yeah. He's like some kind of local noble or bookkeeper or something. He's come in here a couple times. Not like a regular here.
But the Von Holtz name isn't what brought you here.
No, I was traveling with some companions. We got waylaid on the road by brigands, and I'm ashamed to say that I fled like a coward. There was a mist settling in, and I thought maybe I'd lose them in the mist. I ran in, and when I ran back out, everything was different.
All right, so I was thinking initially he was a modern day guy transplanted here too, like us, but he is not, right? Or I can make an insight check, I guess. And
Who are you asking about? This guy you're talking to?
yeah, like he said,
Okay.
they came from the mist, so I assume he came from like, our world. But
Oh, I mean, he's certainly not dressed like he came from your world, unless he was.
neither am I.
Unless he was attacked by brigands leaving like the Renaissance Festival or something. But yeah, I don't know if an insight. I mean, you could roll an insight. I don't know if that would help you with that, but you might get a general sense of the guy.
Crash for a moment. Can you give Red control?
Yeah. Okay. I mean, all players should have access to it. Also, we're almost at time, anyways. All right. So with your insight, you understand that this guy is very curious about you guys. He is not happy with his situation, and he is hopeful for any news or information that might help him learn more about his situation, about you guys. But as far as like, did he come from Earth? Like, he doesn't seem like he did. But he speaks English, and he doesn't have a super weird accent, so it's hard to say.
All right, I'll still be friendly, obviously, and
Okay.
just try to, keep to the table.
All right. Well, I've got work to do, anyways. So he kind of moves his chair over next to the kid by the fire, continues to play. All right. As you guys tune in, do you settle with the rest, or you?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was just a little crowded.
Oh, it's super crowded. Yeah. So, I mean, you guys could definitely squeeze in on this bench because, a 15-foot long bench can fit a lot of people, booty to booty, as it were. So I guess you guys are really just jammed in there. Oh my god. Alright.
It's really jammed in. Darius won't sit down. He'll let someone else have the seat. He'll just stand against the wall next to the table.
Okay. Alright. As you guys are settled, this woman approaches you, and she says, alright, what can I get for you? What brings you here? You hungry? Drinks?
Yes, and we were hoping you would have a room for the night for all of us.
Oh, it's been so long since we've had travelers. I would, yes, we have a room. How many rooms do you need?
If they're sufficiently large, maybe one for the women, one for the men.
Okay. She does sort of a mental inventory. She says,
All right. We do have 2 rooms available, but and they're well, we have the common room as well. So we have a common room with 8 beds, and then we have 2 rooms with 2 beds. Though the common room already has 1 person staying in it. Our resident bard, Rictavio. And she kind of motions to the man that you spoke to who's by the fire.
We've actually met him already.
Well, it's a small room. I imagine you have. So, what would you then? How many rooms would you like? There are about 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 of you.
Common
Well,
room.
with what's her name? I think it's 10 of us, right? With Agatha.
Oh, geez, yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
so you're gonna need all available spots, huh?
Yep.
All right. This makes her very happy. As you hear like cash register sounds playing, and she says, "Well, I will talk to my husband about getting you a group rate, and then why don't I take your order and I'll bring you back information about your stay."
Maybe wine and some bread and cheese, or whatever. you like.
Sure. All right. She says bread, wine, and cheese for 10. Okay. She says that will be 2 golds for the food and drink. Is that sound alright?
That's fine. I'll pay. I can give her 2 gold.
All right. So she's gonna head over. Anna, that seems a little pricey. She's gonna head over. She's talking to her husband. They seem to be having a discussion, and kind of a heated discussion.
You will walk over
Oh, okay.
and interrupt and see if she can negotiate a better price.
All right. Okay. As you head over, they stop talking, and then she says, "There, this is someone from the group."
Good afternoon.
All right. Yeah. The man behind the bar looks at you and says, "Good afternoon to you. A large group you have there. My wife says you all need a place to stay."
Yes, we can promise you much business, but it would require a small discount.
Small discounts. I see that you found our prices unagreeable then.
Slightly.
Well, there is a shortage of wine, so you ordered wine. The prices on wine have gone up.
Understood. What else would you need?
If you'd like some well water, then I can provide that for free.
Do you have rainwater instead?
Every well is now untrusted.
We have it for emergencies, but the well is right outside.
We had a situation in Barovia where the well water was poisoned, and I think it would do much to ease their nerves to have pure water.
So you want me to crack open my reserves of rainwater so that you feel better, but you don't want me to charge you for it?
Would you like our business?
I don't know too many other places where you could stay the night here in the town, but I'm not going to be that kind of guy. You seem like a hard woman to please, so...
What's your name, sir?
Sure. My name, sir, is Erwin Mardukov. Anna, you know that the Mardukov family is one of the older and more renowned families in Barovia.
Are they nobility?
They are not nobility, but they are very successful. It's a very successful line of merchants. In fact, they run the most successful vineyard in Barovia, the Wizards of Wine.
Interesting.
Yep.
I will remember you, sir. Thank you very much.
I hope you remember me since you're staying at my inn. Alright, if they're just having the cheese and the bread, it's only 5 silver. And as far as them staying the night, I don't like how rude that woman is. So charge them the full rate. Agatha says, alright. So she catches up with you, and she says, you did not make a very good impression on my husband. So I tried to negotiate a discount, but you interrupted me.
it's going to be since you're taking the 2 dedicated rooms as well. It's going to cost you 5 gold pieces for everyone to stay each night. That will not include room and board.
Can Darius hear this conversation from where he is?
Yeah, I mean it's loud, but you know the minis are here just to show that you're all in the fucking room.
Yeah.
But anybody that's been to a crowded bar or tavern, like yeah, it's you're hitting people with your ass and your hips as you move around. It's just very, very crowded. Not a good place for a 5-foot square fight to break out.
Yeah. Darius will kind of just like walk over and be like, people keep asking if we're adventurers or mercenaries. We can help with some jobs if you need it, if that will lower the rate.
Oh.
He said there was a wine shortage.
There is. Yeah, what is the name of your mercenary band?
The Walking Dead.
I had hoped you had been honor bound. Oh well.
We've heard of the wine.
Good things about.
We've heard wine shortage all over the place as we keep going. Barovia, some of the Vistani that we passed by.
I see. We could certainly use some help, though my husband, man. Let us talk about this a bit later. Why don't you get settled, and then, not too many of you, but whoever speaks for your group should meet me outside in about, an hour.
Sure. Thank you.
For now, keep those rates in mind. I might be able to cover you out of pocket, on the goodwill that you might be able to help us.
You don't need to go that far.
Well, it's bad enough that I convinced him to let Rictavio stay. I said that the bard is just what we need to spread a little bit of joy and cheer to our patrons. He was against the idea, but he's such a sweet boy, it's such a nice face, good to look at, and the music is good to hear. It certainly helped the spirits of everyone here. All will be well and all that.
I've heard that a bard can really draw people into an establishment like this, make more than pay for themselves, or at least that's what Patrick Rothfuss says.
Yes, it's true. All right. Well, I will bring you your food, and we will discuss in about an hour. Potential business.
I think maybe Reed and Darius should be the ones to handle that. Darius because he brought it up, and Reed because he's Reed.
I'm not a good talker, as you can tell.
You did fine right there.
Because I kept it short.
Right, but I just think maybe since you're the one that proposed it, it'd be nice. I think she would like if you were there as well. And then Reed can be the face if he wants.
Alright.
Sure, yeah.
Or the voice, I guess.
So it sounds like in 1 hour you're gonna meet with Danica Dorakova, and then you're waiting for a man to be sent by Izek Strozny to meet with you and to deliver a message to you about when to head over to dinner with the Burgomaster.
Yeah.
All that sounds pretty good. All right. As far as prices go, Anna, it's been 200 years. So there's a little bit of inflation at work. But it does seem like they are charging more, and you discovered that regarding the wine shortage, that is probably what's impacting the more expensive prices for the wine. As far as the room goes, room and board for 10 people at one of, if not the only inn in a settlement is it's expensive, but it's not unreasonable for them to ask for that.
No, considering what happened, she's probably just going to keep her mouth shut.
No, fair. Okay. But you do get the takeaway that Erwin Mardukov is a hard man and a stubborn man, and yeah, that's definitely the takeaway there. Is that if this guy was your waiter and you complained about the food, he would just take your food away. He would just be like, okay, and just take your food and just walk back to the kitchen with it, and you never see him again.
You can leave.
Yep. Like, if you're not happy, go somewhere else. Go fuck yourself.
No soup for you.
Yeah, kind of. He kind of has a no soup for you vibe. Like, it definitely bespokes a monopoly over certain services, or just a mark of his character. Who knows for sure? All right, and with you guys safely tucked away into the inn and tavern, food is delivered, and you guys begin to eat. It is dry. It is warm. There is music. And you maybe are safe for now. You get the feeling that if you secured lodgings here, this would count as a sanctuary. So you would be able to long rest here. And if you required a long rest for level up, you would be able to level up here as well. Though you have not currently hit a milestone? I will double check though, before we adjourn the session. Let's see. Milestones. Milestone guide. Spend 1 plus 5. Alright. Let's see. Arrival at Vallaki is a milestone, but you will need to long rest to get it. You will need a long rest to get it.
Can we talk now?
I'm going to this.
Hey, right now.
But you've got a dinner date with the Baron.
I blow off the Baron in order to long rest. No.
We did this in Barovia too. Got there, couldn't level up, but we had to have dinner with Ismark and his family.
All right. So, congratulations. That means you guys will be level 3 once you get it. So, I guess have your level up planned, and then sometime next session you'll be able to quickly switch over. Unless you really do intend to not meet with the Burgomaster, even though you asked for the meeting.
I don't think that's a good idea to blow him off.
Okay, fair enough.
Also,
We'll
probably
soon
piss
just
off.
me to meet with the no.
Oh,
Also, I don't feel like pissing off Demon Arm, dude.
That's fair. All right. Well, you made a lot of progress today. Discovered a lot of things. Made it to the major quest hub of the campaign. There is a lot here, so there's a lot to explore, a lot to see, a lot of people to meet. But there's also a lot of danger, so you guys will need to be careful.
we saved a deluded old woman from certain death.
And you recruited a powerful new ally, Agatha, the ghost hunter.
No, Agatha's not the powerful new ally. The goat, the donkey.
The donkey.
Yeah. Yo, if
Fair
it's
enough.
anything like Thanlin from Red Hands, we're in good hands, guys.
Yes. Now that Mr. Spies on Girls PPing is dating an old woman so that when she dies he could inherit her cart and donkey. The scandal continues to grow. All right.
You've delved to the heart of my character motivation.
Oh man.
I
I
didn't think Tiernan was a gold digger.
Well, pretty soon we're going to be known as the group that shaves her body hair. So I mean,
Irenia waggles her bushy eyebrows and says, "Oh, he's very interested in gold, if you know what I mean."
What?
Because P is gold, it's yellow. It's whatever. Eat your cheese. All right. So we will leave off with you guys eating your cheese in the relative safety of Vallaki. A milestone just waiting for you on your next long rest. Whew. Okay. Quick announcements. We got Mythic Odyssey tonight. We've got Odyssey Prime tomorrow. Tuesday is Abomination Vaults and Cyberpunk Red. Wednesday, gonna start a weekly video gaming night. I was told by my therapist I need to take more time to relax and enjoy myself, and I told her I like playing video games, and she said you should set aside time to do that. And so I have tried to stream playing video games, because then that's a good compromise. And then Thursday we got Curse of Strahd Nightfall. If you would like to know, they have not made it to Vallaki yet. So you guys are slightly ahead of them. Hey. Friday we should be vodcasting. Saturday, Red Hand of Doom continues. And then Sunday morning we'll be back here. Does anybody have any announcements before we adjourn?
No, I just want to say thanks, Red, for stepping in.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
The color commentary throughout has been fantastic as well.
Oh, no worries. Thank you for having me. It was fun. It's so
how did
crazy watching you guys do this after I've just done it, and it's like, wow, wow, wow.
Were you nervous for them at the beginning of the session? Were you at all nervous for them? Are you allowed to comment on that? Whether or not you were nervous for them?
I'm not allowed to comment on that.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. I mean, it's just an old lady and her daughter's running a bakery. Yeah.
Yeah, everything was fine until you find the bones.
Aw. Yeah. Well, I'll try to get you guys the shopping thing for the apothecary ASAP, and then that seems like a good prep thing. So I'll go ahead and get all of the shopkeepers in Vallaki registered as little foundry shops. I can't remember if I have to download a mod for that or not. It's been a hot minute.
There is a mod that can handle shops.
Yeah, we had it in Mythic.
But there's a couple of them that do that, so I guess it depends on what you're going for.
Okay. Yeah, we use one in the Tuesday game, and it's actually pretty nice to just be able to, like, video game style go in and buy and sell. So I'll look into getting that set up. All right. Oh yeah, and real quick, tomorrow for 4 hours in the morning, because why would I sleep in on my day off? I'm going to do like a mega prep for Odyssey Prime. So a lot of crazy stuff just happened in that campaign. And only 7 sessions left, so I'm going to try and get a ton of prep done tomorrow morning in preparation for those last 7 sessions. So if you're bored in the morning, President's Day or whatever, you want to hang out, that's where I'll be tomorrow morning.
I should be dropping a Fanspiration.
Oh, okay. Very nice.
But it's
oh, okay. That's nice.
I am close to getting enough Redspiration, so I may be able to drop one at some point.
Nice.
Very
Well,
nice.
we'll see how things turn out for everybody. All right, I gotta go take care of some stuff. I'll be back later tonight to run Mythic. I hope everybody enjoys the rest of their Sunday. If you got tomorrow off, fantastic. If you don't, I'm sad for you. And I'll see you guys around Discord.
All right.
Thanks for running.
Thanks,
All right.
Trash.
See ya.
Bye, everyone. See you guys next week.